smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to the first ever Woodward Heavyweights live in studio.
Heavyweights, baby.
2-hour show.
2-hour show.
I'm your boy Eazy. It's my man Kung Fu Spinny.
What's going on, people?
AKA Mr. Spinmo Rex. And if you don't know, you heard that nice little verse in the intro. That's my guy right there.
You know, just a little something light.
That's my guy right
Just
there.
chilling in the basement with the friends, putting out some crispy lyrics, you know, dropping bars for the people. We got about, not trying to brag, 8 songs recorded. You know, my boy Anton, shout out Eazy. That's my boy. He's
Shout
the
out.
recorder. He's a producer. Does all types of music with legit names. Made us sound good on the track. So we might have some little EP coming out for you guys, but
Yeah, I was just saying, you're so confident in it. Like, where they at, though?
hey, we gotta master him. You know,
Show
he doesn't
us.
work for free. Show us. That's my boy, but he doesn't work for free. So you know,
So you have 8 just recorded but not mastered?
we got mixed but not mastered.
I never actually got that. Like, what is mastering?
Master, it's you clean up all the vocals, you clean up all the beats, you make it sound good, make it sound professional. And right now it sounds, you know, like we made it in the basement. So
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of like whack. I don't know. I just want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I'm
yeah,
not
I mean,
really
I
too
can
picky
play
how
it to you
sounds.
off my phone if you want, but if we're gonna have it, you know, like on streaming platforms, we're gonna put it on Apple Music, on Spotify, stuff like that. We want it to sound professional, want it to
Yeah.
sound legit. So
Yeah, I want that. Give it to me raw.
Jesus. That's how we're starting off, baby. First day in the big studio. Easy's already asking for a raw, you know, only up from here.
Hey, pause. You're not allowed
So
to say
let's
it.
talk about, you came in, hobbled in on a crutch today.
I did come in hobbled in on the
You
crutch.
had a big weekend. Let's talk about that. How was your weekend? What'd you do?
So your boy had a wedding this weekend. If you guys don't know, I enjoy weddings. So if you're getting married, hit me up. I will come. I will turn up. A little too much though. During the game of cornhole, shout out to Jimmy and happy belated. His birthday was that same night. But he like pretended to throw a bag at me or something like that. And you know me, you know what I'm saying? I threw a little spinning heel kick. You know, just to show him,
Okay.
your boy get up there.
You still got it.
Yeah, but my right leg popped like, not like a, but like a.
You felt it.
Yeah, I felt that shit. Oh, already. Yeah, damn. I'm trying to
Look at
stamp
this
that
guy.
word. But anyway, yeah. Then so I was already favoring that leg, so I had all my weight on my left leg, and it was one of those like barn weddings, which is kind of like outside.
Okay.
And obviously, you know, barnyards when it's dark, and there's like a little divot in the grass. I was walking to the bathroom.
Gopher hole got you.
Oh, dog. But yeah, got me good. I didn't fall, but I was like, oh, like something happened, you know what I'm saying? And then, but I'm drinking, I'm still having a good time, and I'm dancing. Shout out to Bernard's date for dancing with me.
Shout out.
No, but anyway, dancing, doing my thing, and like, next thing you know, I buckle. And everyone's like, whoa. Because I was, you know, I already had that like hype in there, so everyone's like watching me go crazy, and like, I was like, damn, that sucks. I sat down for a little bit, got back up, danced again, buckled like 4 more times. I was like, yo, this is not.
Something's not right.
Yeah, something's not right.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, but my drunk ass kept getting up to dance and turning up. But it was I still had a good time, man. It is what it is.
Oh man, weddings are a lot of fun. Yeah, especially if you get injured in the process, you know you're having a good time.
That's what I'm saying.
I went to about 8 weddings last year.
Yeah.
Stood up in 3 of them, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But we had a big weekend in heavyweight fashion. UFC 275 was over the weekend.
Yes.
We saw some great fights, loaded card, full of surprises. Shevchenko barely pulled one out over Santos. I'm surprised she won that, honestly. That could have gone either way. Fialho lost. That was my only pick that didn't go through on the main card.
Man.
And of course, we got a new light heavyweight champion.
I know, but like.
You want to take a shot at his name? Saying it on there?
Yuri Prochazka.
Prochazka.
Nope, Yuri Prochazka.
Prochazka, man. Choked out Glover Teixeira
Yeah.
in the last minute of
Plus-
the 5th round.
Him winning by submission before
Yes.
the fight was like plus 35,000 or something crazy. And yeah, like imagine like hitting on that because he's not known for like being on the ground. He's a stand-up guy. He's a really great dude. No,
He's a really great dude, stand-up guy.
No, but he's more like prosciutto, I think is what it's called. His style of striking, and like it's really entertaining to watch. But I just feel like grapplers always like turn out on top, and it was looking that way too.
It was, yes. It was, and he was throwing bombs. They were throwing bombs together.
Yes.
Yuri and Glover exchanging just some massive punches. And we know Glover used to be a heavyweight. He came down to light heavyweight, finally won his first championship belt at 41 years old, shocked the world, and he came in there, and he was putting up a good performance. He was eating these shots. He got knocked a couple times. He dropped a couple
him
times.
at one point.
And then he dropped Yuri. He came back. He was throwing some mean shots.
Which, real quick, by the way, ding, yeah. If you watch it in the 5th round, he rocked him, and then it was
he went for the guillotine.
Yeah, Glover went for a guillotine.
Yeah.
When he had him on Dream Street.
He could have finished it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was surprising. It was a great fight though. And so
it was
one
a great
fight of the night. It was the main card. It was what everybody was there for.
Yes.
Championship fight. Went all 5 rounds. Like I said, Yuri choked him out in the last 30 seconds of the entire fight. It was amazing. Yeah,
I'm butthurt about that because shout out to intern Owen in the back, but like now I owe him $5.
I thought it was a Brooklyn pizza.
No, I tried to get him to do the Brooklyn pizza because I was that confident in Glover, closing it out, but obviously that didn't happen. So now your boy Owen $5.
Yeah.
How much is a single slice of Brooklyn though?
Like 3.
Like 3?
Is it like 5 now?
Yeah. Oh, Mike would definitely know. Mike's in that mofo every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I got some sushi today from sushi place.
Everyone was mad at you for it too.
Man, yeah. That's Nick Leach got it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of that. And so I went and got it. It was great.
Now I didn't put it in the prep, so I want to allow you to talk about it because I'm not a big baseball guy, but I know you. Well, you're not a big baseball guy, but you watch baseball.
I like baseball.
Yeah. Actually, where's that on your list?
I'm a fan of baseball. I mean, it's probably last. It's, just because it's boring. But I like baseball. I don't like it more than basketball, football, or hockey. But
yeah. Well, Al Avila got booed this weekend, along with Chris I.
Yes.
V-Mart was in town.
V-Mart and Jim Leland got roaring cheers. It was so before the game they had a ceremony for Miguel Cabrera commemorating his 3,000th hit. They brought him out there, surprised everybody. Miggy didn't even know V-Mart was there. V-Mart came out, delivered him the ball that he hit the 3,000th hit with, and he got a huge applause from the crowd. Everybody's going crazy. And when Al Avila and Chris Illich came out, it was a different story. Those guys were getting booed, rightfully so. These guys are terrible. You're throwing it away. Neil says it all the time. Baseball is a sport that you can wake up any day of the season and be like, okay, we're going to win now. We're going to go out there. We're going to shell out these contracts.
Yeah.
We're going to go out there. We're going to pay Carlos Correa $300 million instead of a corpse of Javier Baez who's hitting 180 and can't do anything, has 2 home runs on the year and strikes out.
He's hitting 180?
He's hitting like 190, 180, yeah.
Bro.
And he's striking out on pitches that are 6 inches off the plate. But it's
swinging at Poonchkis.
These guys need to wake up and sell the team and get rid. Al Avila needs to be fired.
Sell the team?
Yes.
Bro,
Chris Illich needs to sell the team.
That's extreme.
It'll never get better because he is facilitating this terrible product. He is instilling Al Avila in this hope that he's all right, he's there, he's working. When we have nothing on the field, we have nothing in the minors, we have nothing coming up ready to go. It's just terrible all around. And the fact that Al Avila hasn't been fired yet proves that Chris Illich is like, you know what? He'll work it out. It's all right, Al. You'll work it out, buddy. I believe in you. No, get that crap out of here. These guys need to go. We need somebody who is serious about winning. And when Mr. I passed, God bless his soul, that's what happened. Mr. I was going all out. We saw those teams where he was shelling out top 3 payrolls in the MLB.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do if you want to win. And you're not Tampa Bay or Oakland.
How long has Chris had the team? It was like 2014, 2015?
I'm not exactly sure. Yes, it's somewhere around there.
I know some of it, and we heard that the Cincinnati Red Zone come out before the beginning of the season, talking about, hey, we're kind of recouping on paying guys, or we're not paying guys right now. We're basically not trying to win right now. We want to fix the books. Some of the Chris I thing may be him fixing the books, and we saw him, throw it back this year. It's just a bad move by Al Avila. Like, I think Chris is ready to win. I'm not ready to sell the team. I think you're tripping there a little bit, just because we don't know who we're selling it to, where we're getting it. Like Tom Gore's.
Yeah, but that's the thing in baseball. You don't need to fix the books. It's just money. There's no cap.
But it's not, though. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to fix the books, because they got to make a profit, too.
Who are they paying? The highest, they still got Miggy.
Yes.
They're paying Miggy. And everybody's saying, oh, that's a terrible contract. He's our best player. He's our best hitter.
Yeah, I know.
He's the only guy that's hovering around 300. And we go back, And we look at these teams, we look at these additions that they made, and they went B-list. They went B-list guys. Instead of going out there getting a Carlos Correa, paying for a Justin Verlander or somebody like that,
but they
get a Erod, they get a Javier Baez.
But that's on Avila. And now it's up to Chris.
No, I honestly think it's on Chris Ilitch not wanting to spend that much money.
That's true. That
he didn't want to shell out the $300 million to go get Correa.
Because it was like $12 million more a year?
Yes.
To get Correa?
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And Carlos Correa he started off slow, but he's back.
Yeah.
Flannel Sam dropped some knowledge on us today. You know, Statman Flannel Sam, he's hitting 312 with a 450 OPS and extra base power all over the place.
That's messed up. No. You're doing him like that.
I love Flannel Sam, and he knows his stats, which is wild that he could just rattle them out. But he said that. He said, Correa's up over 300. He's getting on base. He's drawing walks. He's hitting with power. And he's younger. And he's a champion.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not hitting even at least like 200 or 280, I feel like is like a 280 is a lot. But like at least in the fucking I gotta stop the swearing. This is why we're doing this trial run. But yeah, if you're not in the 200s, like you're boo boo. If we're paying him that much money, he's like, you said a 180. That's awful.
Yes, that is terrible.
I got some other news for you though. Some disappointing Detroit Tiger news for any Detroit Tigers fans listening. Eduardo Rodriguez, the guy who started our season as our ace pitcher, is taking time away from the team due to personal matters. He hasn't given him time, when he will be back and whatnot. Did you hear that yet?
Yeah, I did. Well, from you.
Yeah.
Right before the show started. That's when I heard it. My
insider. I
was
talking to Fletcher.
Swedish insider.
Yes, your Swedish insider. We know you too, obviously.
Yeah.
Sketch.
No, I mean, it's sketch, but we don't know. Maybe there's a death in the family. Maybe something happened. That happens.
That's true.
Since baseball is such an insanely long season that things like that are going to happen. He's going to take some time off. Maybe it's some mental stuff he's going through. I don't know. I don't think there's been any substantial reports on what it actually is about yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But he was just coming back. He was on his way back from rehab. I guess he pitched really well in his first rehab game. So we'll see. We know Casey Mize is going to be out until halfway through next year, after the All-Star break next year, because he's got Tommy Johns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Spencer Turnbull, what's going on with him. I know Matt Manning is trying to come back soon. He's been pitching rehab starts, but it's bad. Our starting rotation has been picked apart this year, and there's nobody that can save us in the minors.
Yeah, you like to say, like, hey, if those guys are healthy, maybe this team would have a different record, but, pitching has been kind of great. Guys who stepped up big time. It's the hitting that's been garbage.
Yeah, Joey Wentz, when he came in, he pitched really well. Nobody really saw him having that great of an effect. Same with Alex Faedo. Alex Faedo, everybody was high on him. We thought he was going to do good. But what he came in and did was more than to be expected. We didn't think he was going to go out there and hold teams to 2 runs for his first 6 major league starts. We didn't think that this bullpen was going to be the one thing holding this entire team together. That's the only thing on the upside of the Tigers is obviously Tariq Skubal. He's been put aside from his last start, has been pitching fantastic. This bullpen, this is a top 3 bullpen in the MLB. That is why I want Avila gone before the All-Star break. Because if we're selling, I don't have confidence that Al Avila, by his own track record that we've seen, is going to get legitimate return for these pieces. Alex Lang is going to be the most highly sought-after trade piece on the market, no doubt. You always need a bullpen piece. All these teams are looking for bullpen pieces, and Alex Lang is one of the best relievers in baseball. I have absolutely zero faith and confidence in Al Avila to get a reasonable package, let alone a good package, for someone of that caliber.
100%. I'm trying to look up and see if Tariq got some brother in him, because how do you know what that first
Tariq?
name? Right?
Yeah. How's your name, Tariq?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Never met a white boy named Tariq
before. He must be able to hoop or something. Tariq Skubal.
Yeah, no, it's tough. We're gonna see how it goes down, and like I said, I have no faith in Al Avila at all. So,
as a content creator who makes content basically mostly off of football and basketball, I'm thankful for it. Keep sucking Tigers. I don't want to talk Tigers. They're boring. Baseball's boring.
Yeah, I mean, I love baseball.
Sorry, guys.
I played baseball growing up. I played baseball in high school. A lot of fun.
All state, no big deal, right?
No, not all state. No.
Oh, all county?
No.
Oh.
I was all county in swim and football, not baseball.
I know that swimming thing's so random.
Yeah, I know. I swam for like 9 years. But I played baseball. I played first base. I played outfield. Threw a little bit off the mound. But it was a lot of fun. And I like playing baseball much more than I like watching baseball. And now with the Tigers that are the most unwatchable team in Detroit, it's hard to get people, because you said you used to be a Tigers fan. When they were winning, you were a Tigers fan. It's hard to entice people like that when you're producing this kind of product. When you're pumping out teams like this, when you've got your all-star signings hitting 180, when your best players on your lineup are, again, Harold Castro and Willie Castro. It's really hard. They need someone big to come in and make a difference. Oh, yeah. They need a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, at Big Boy, Strawberry Fest is back. They brought back some of the classic breakfast items: strawberry French toast, strawberry pancakes, the strawberry waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, they got different wraps for you to have: strawberry bacon chicken, crispy chicken, nacho wrap, and even a strawberry salad. And don't forget the strawberry pie, starting at $1.99 for a slice for a purchase of $7.99 or more. So come into your local Big Boy and check out Strawberry Fest.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991, yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights first live studio show. Spin Mo Rex has dropped his headphones.
Struggling with the headphones.
Hey, my voice must be booming.
Yeah.
Because them voices dropped.
Yeah,
but welcome back, guys. And as I said before, obviously in the last segment, not a big baseball guy. So we got some football. Some football on the prep for you.
You know the people want to hear about the Lions.
Come on, man.
That's what this town cares about.
You know
they
it.
don't care about anything else except for the Lions.
And shout out to my man Benjamin Foe in the chat. He's an OG, man. He's been messing with me since I was in the basement on the Speakeasy channel. He wants to know the studio phone number. And if my man Fletch is prepared, I don't know if you never did it before. Well, if Adam hops in this mofo, I'm definitely gonna give you guys a number. You guys can definitely call and talk about the Lions. If you want to talk about the Tigers, I'm probably just gonna hang up on you. I'm being honest with you, and I'm playing. But no, yeah, I definitely want you guys to call in, and I'll read off these comments as we're going too. But the Detroit Lions topic we have, the first on the table, because it's recent news, and it leads into another topic we have on the sheet as well. But John Pennicini just retired from the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
Last minute. And some people were asking, which Detroit Lion benefits the most from this retirement?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously you got to look at the position group. You see the Aleem McNeils, the Levi Ozariques, these different guys that are coming in and trying to make an impact. So they're going to be hungrier. There's going to be more playing time for them. But for me, I think it's Michael Brockers. I think this is almost solidified the fact that Michael Brockers is not going to get cut. Because he was right on that line. He was right on that line of we're paying him a lot of money. We have a very deep position group that he's in. He's really not producing as what we thought he would. He was good, but he was not great. He was not any better than Aleem McNeil or Levi Ozarique. And he was looking like a prime cut candidate. I saw all the articles out there. This is where they'd shave money if they need to shave money. And now when you lose a guy like Pennicini, you just lose that depth. And you need more of that. And this guy, Michael Brockers, he is a solidified NFL player. They brought him over here for a reason. He's a veteran in this league. He's good in the locker room. So I think having this means that Michael Brockers has no chance of getting cut. And so obviously he benefits the most because he's still got a check. He's still got playing time. So,
Yeah.
But I'd like to see what this will do for our young dogs up front for sure.
Yeah, I think that's who benefits the most is going to be the young guys, just because I don't think Michael Brockers was like truly on the chopping block. I understand that he has like one of the higher end contracts, but it's not actually. I don't think he has one of the higher end contracts. I think it's like it would make no sense to cut him type thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we end up paying essentially we're going to pay him this year anyway. You might as well have him on the team. But I'm looking at guys like Josh Pascal. I'd put in there if he comes back healthy. We don't know what's going on with the lower extremity thing, which I think is a bigger issue than a lot of people are making. Like that's super sketchy to me, man. And the fact that it dates back to like right before his bowl game in college. Like that's a long time.
It's scary. It's
you know
scary,
what I'm saying?
especially that we're already dealing with this with Jameson Williams as one of our picks, and that tight end James Mitchell, another one of our picks, injured.
Yeah.
So
Levi Onwuzurike from last year too had back issues.
Yes, at least with Jameson Williams, we know what it was. We know the timetable for it. We know he's on the road to recovery. With Josh Pascal, that's what scares me the most is the lower extremities. It doesn't say what it is, doesn't say what's the injury. It just leaves it to the imagination, and that scares me. Because those are, if it's a calf, if it's a hamstring, if it's something like that, those are nagging injuries.
A meniscus?
That's something. Yeah, Josh Pascal was chilling with Eazy at the wedding over the weekend. But that's something that he might come back from. He'll be healthy, and then boom, one play happens, it flares up again, he misses a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that happen because you need this guy to play with that edge, to play with that motor that he was showing at rookie minicamp.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. He's a high draft pick.
Yes,
he's our second. Well, obviously Jameson Williams, but in the second round, that's who we took. And obviously, we have high expectations for him. It's only concerning. It's tough, man, because I kind of get it from a Brad Holmes standpoint. Like the draft is such a 50-50 poll either way that you might as well take a guy at the high upside that may have a questionable injury history because. Say, overcomes those injuries, you have a stud. It's the same thing, though, a 50-50 poll. If you took a guy who just didn't have a high upside and just was, completely healthy, so it's tough to, I guess, like bash him for it unless it continues.
And we saw him do that 3 times in this draft alone.
Yeah.
Like I said.
On top of Levi
on
stuff,
top
too,
of
yeah.
Levi already. So, that he likes to do this. He likes to get those guys. Jameson Williams would have been the first wide receiver off the board if he wasn't injured. Josh Pascal would have been probably higher on but we saw all the PFF stuff of where he was the top-ranked pass rusher. He was their top-ranked edge weapon on all these different categories. So you got to think he would be higher if he never had that injury history. And Brad Holmes, that's where he finds steals. We always talk about him finding these steals in the draft, and that's part of it, is these guys that go down, they fall because of injury, he scoops them up. And it's
a ground ball.
It's give or take. It can either be an amazing thing or blow up in your face.
Yeah.
And as of right now, we don't know how that is yet. Obviously, it worked well with Levi because he seemed to be healthy last year.
Yeah, I mean, he came back, but
it could happen anything.
Yeah.
He looked fine at the end of the year though, but it seems well
sack
with JMO because, like I said, we know what the injury is. We know it's coming back. ACL is not nearly as bad as it used to be. Adrian
100%.
Peterson won an MVP off of an ACL injury in like 5 months.
Yeah.
So we know he can come back and still be effective. But it's tough. You got to roll the dice though, especially if you're the Lions.
Whoa, dude!
You got to roll the dice.
Hey! They want us to cut that kind of stuff out, dude.
We're rolling dice, shooting craps.
Do you think some of it is like? Maybe that's just an excuse for them not getting the contract done yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier to say that than.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
maybe that's why he's not.
Reason.
Yeah, because I'm saying maybe his agent was like, because he did well in rookie minicamp.
Yeah,
everybody
loved him.
Yeah, they said he was the most intense one out there. I'm thinking maybe the agent was like, you haven't signed anything yet. Let's not get hurt before we sign something.
That's fair. I mean, that's smart. First comes first, this is a business. This is how these guys make their living.
Yeah.
So no matter what you say about, Drive, he better feel great to be a Detroit Lion and he's blessed to play in the NFL.
I feel great.
This guy is getting paid to play a game. This is his life stake here. So, yeah, I could definitely see them saying, all right, chill for a little bit, wait till we get this deal done. But on the other end, it could be the Lions saying, what is this injury? How bad are you dealing with this?
Yeah.
Before we sign you to this guaranteed contract, because he's going to get paid pretty well because he was a high draft pick.
100% there, I agree. But in terms of names benefiting from that, I think obviously Josh Pascal is one. Whether it's the injury or there's like rifts with the contract stuff, he has a clear spot that he can still make on the team because there's less competition.
No doubt.
Aleem McNeil, I don't. you can say he benefits from it, but he was going to start either way.
He was already the starter.
Yeah, he was already going to be, exactly, 100%. Broncos are going to get some playing time. John Kaminsky. A guy a lot of you guys are hyped about, more so my guy, Dosa Dion. Shout out to him. Obviously benefits him, but I'm thinking more so Levi, maybe.
Joseph Austin in the YouTube chat said, Pascal has a groin hernia issue. He will be fine. So if that's all it is, if it's just a hernia.
You know what's funny is
that's good.
When we had our boy Scott Bischoff on, and he said great lower power, we talked about him, hanging out with your cousin at Kentucky.
No. I didn't say hanging out with my cousin at Kentucky. I said my cousin
Banging
went
out with
to
your cousin down in Kentucky.
And she watched him play football. But
hell yeah, she did.
I mean, she missed the boat if she was hanging out with him. He's in the NFL now. So, Elena, you should have cuffed him. But no. So, if it is just a hernia, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, one thing, too, if I may say, and it kind of goes to our other topic. If you want, I could pace ourselves a little bit, but I think it benefits us as Detroit Lions fans because you saw one of the names on my list. We have another topic talking
we'll
about.
Pace it. We got 3 minutes left for this topic.
Well,
so.
I'll spice it up and then we'll jump into the next one.
But what do you think? Does that take away from the camaraderie of that defensive line? Because you're expecting this guy to be a focal point in your defense going forward. You're expecting him. Maybe you drafted him so you don't have to sign Charles Harris after these 2 years, or you don't have to retain one of the Aquara. Yeah. Him being out, you think he's missing out a lot, or?
No, I don't think so. I think that the defensive line position is a lot more like attack, especially in this year's scheme, too.
Aaron Glenn, that's what he's been preaching.
Exactly. So, I think that's, one of the positions that you could jump into as a pass rusher, and, your goal, I mean, you've played defensive line, it's easy to be hungry and try,
defensive line,
delete the quarterback from life.
Defensive line was by far my favorite position in all of sport to play. In the trenches too. I played defensive end. I played defensive tackle. I like defensive tackle a lot more because I would literally just come off the ball and stick somebody, and they can't do offensive line. You can't do anything. Defensive line, you can do whatever you want. It's so grimy down there, and I love it.
No, defensive line is fun too, but I got the chance to play linebacker once, and it was you can see a lot more, you know what I'm saying? So, especially in high school, you're running the ball a lot more than you're passing it. But
yeah, I told you about when I played linebacker for
JV.
I got sent down to JV my junior year because I got into a fight with some kids from Mount Clemens, and the coaches on JV were like, you can do whatever you want. Where do you want to play? And I said running back and middle linebacker, and I was lighting kids up. All the coaches, I played 2 games down there, had 25, 30 solo tackles, a couple sacks, had an interception. I lit up this tight end coming across the middle. All the coaches at them were like, oh, great job, 7'9". You played great out there. I was like, thanks, man.
I'm an all-state swimmer, no big deal. Hey, man, I definitely would have put some money on you to win player of the game. And you want to know where I did that at?
Where at? Tell me.
MyBookie.com.
Let's hear it.
That's right. The NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, my crutch, and baseball's here. There's no better place to bet on your favorite teams than MyBookie.com. And when you sign up, use a promo code Woodward, and they'll match a certain percentage of your deposit. It changes every once in a while. I think it's 50 right now. But go get that money, guys. Come on. You think Boston will close it out tonight? Not close it out, but you think they'll get another dub on the road?
No.
Well, bet on the Warriors at MyBookie.com. Make sure you use promo code Woodward. And don't forget to call the Michigan Gambling Hotline if you have any issues gambling. It's 1-800-270-7117. We'll be right back. It's Woodward Heavyweights.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go, and that's Big Frog in Novi. No setup fees, no artwork fees, and no minimum. And they have a 24-hour turnaround. So you can get your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl and screen printing. Big Frog has the styles you want. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4BIG-FROG and go online. Check them out at bigfrog.com.
Rabbit. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live studio show, the very first ever. You guys, Shout out to OGs, man.
Shout out to the OGs.
Everyone in this chat, I'm gonna remember you guys, and if we come out with some merch, I'm gonna hook you up for sure.
Let me know if you want to hear a heavyweight Hall of Famer at the end of the show. That's the real OGs. Only the real OGs know about that.
But real talk, coming off the last topic, we talking about who benefits the most from the defensive tackle John Pennisini's retirement from Detroit Lions. We named a couple of names already on the team. Obviously, Ali McNeil, Levi, John Kaminsky. There's one name. Actually, I'm just gonna say Detroit Lions fans who may possibly benefit the most from John Pennisini's retirement, because there's a hot name on the market. And no one has more kneecap-biting attitude and experience than this man, who happens to be an interior defensive lineman, Super Bowl champion too, might I add, and his name's Ndamukong Suh.
That's fair. He honestly instilled the kneecap-biting era in Detroit before Dan Campbell got here.
Yes.
Obviously, we know he was stomping out Aaron Rodgers on the floor. Ndamukong Suh he's a Super Bowl champion now. He's been around the league. He's played in LA. He's played in Tampa Bay. He's played in these places that have winning cultures. Played with Tom Brady. Played with players that won championships. And I think bringing that piece back in, having him go with these young guys, it could do nothing but help. Obviously, the fans love him. He was a fan favorite when he was here. Everybody loved him. He has that edge that Dan Campbell likes. He's got that drive that Dan Campbell likes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you put that piece who knew what it was like to play in Detroit and then went somewhere else and won and came back to Detroit, I think that would do nothing but benefit the young talent that you have here.
By the way, might I add, with Ndamukong Suh in his time here in Detroit, he kind of helped restore the roar a little bit in this town. Hashtag restore the roar. but real talk,
he did.
We were booty cheeks. That's the reason why we drafted him as high as we did, because we were trash.
We were number 1 overall. He was a Heisman. And guy was a Heisman finalist at defensive tackle in Nebraska.
Defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? That's not even defensive edge. But, dude, help restore the roar here in Detroit. We made the playoffs. We had our best defense of all time. I mean, there's maybe some old heads out there, Maz. If you're listening, please feel free to call in and shoot me a text. But I got to believe it's the best Detroit Lions defense we've ever seen, at least in my lifetime, the 2014 team.
For sure.
And it was anchored around him stuffing the run. Why not bring him in?
He's a big part of that. As we see it all in the chat, people are saying, Suh won't come back. Hell no, Suh ain't coming back. That's fair. I couldn't see him wanting to come back.
For sure.
Because
he teased it, actually, in the Super Bowl interviews 2 years ago.
He wants to win. He wants to win another championship. He knows he doesn't have
he wants to get paid
that much longer left in the NFL. So I could see him signing with, maybe he goes back to the Rams. Maybe he signs with Baltimore. Maybe he signs with somebody like that that's trying to win a championship. I don't know if he would be willing to come to Detroit and help these young guys and establish this culture and the rebuild. I don't think he wants to be a part of that. I think he wants to continue winning. I would be fine with signing 1-year deals, getting paid $9 million, and playing for a Super Bowl contender every year for the rest of my career if I was Ndamukong Suh.
But I don't know that he warrants that much money anymore. I don't think he's worth the $9 million on a 1-year deal. I think that's why he's kind of floating around right now, and he hasn't been brought back by Tampa. Or I don't know that the Rams could do it at this point.
Tampa just signed Akeem Hicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. He's his value's down a little bit, and what a storybook way to retire. They're not,
with
the
team that
Lions.
drafted you.
Yeah, the team that gave you the opportunity.
Like you said, he seemed to like Detroit. When he never had anything bad to say about Detroit, even when he left the city. And if he enjoyed playing for Jim Schwartz, imagine coming back and playing for this regime, playing for Brad Holmes, playing for Dan Campbell. It would only increase the likableness,
marketability, which he's big on,
and marketability.
The boy he likes his money.
You remember seeing Suh commercials? I remember seeing Suh commercials.
They're the best Detroit Lion commercials. What's with Suh commercials?
Yes.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna pick you up in my Ford F-150.
Yeah, you see his big ass in the truck. I want that truck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Imagine Ndamukong Suh hopping out of a Ford Raptor with some buffs on and going to eat at Lafayette. That's a commercial right there.
I went to go see what's he's asking to get paid, and first article's Chicago Bear article.
Suh hates Stafford, won't go there. Does he hate Stafford?
What does it have to do with the Lions though?
Well, no, because I said he might go back to the Rams.
Oh, and dog, I feel like I'm not trying to make light of PTSD. I know it's a serious trauma that some people have, but it's also one that Aaron Rodgers has from Ndamukong Suh. Yeah. I have to,
That's definitely. I mean, I would be scared of Ndamukong Suh if I was playing quarterback.
You know what I'm saying?
And as good as McNeil and Onwuzurike are, Suh provides a different aspect of the game from that defensive tackle position. He provides that pass rushing defensive tackle where he can get pressure on the quarterback up the gut, and that forces him out to the side. And then who you got on the outside? You got Aiden Hutchinson. You got Romeo Okwara. You got Charles Harris. These guys that will clean up and benefit from that. Now, it's yet to be seen if McNeil and Ozarike can do that because they didn't play that style of defense last year. But it would be hard for me to say that they are better than Ndamukong Suh at doing that. So I wouldn't mind it.
It's a pipe dream.
I also shared.
I just want to start the campaign.
Some of the people So the whole thing is that we put 3 free agents that we think the Lions would sign. It started with saying if you could add any player that's not a quarterback. Sign. But this is realistic guys that are on the free agent market that we could sign. My first guy is Anthony Barr. I think Anthony Barr's still out there. He's still floating around. He might be in the same situation as Suh, where teams aren't willing to pay him as much money as he thinks he's worth. But if you get Anthony Barr, that immediately improves your linebacking core. He would be the best linebacker on this team. He can play that rush linebacker. He can play the rush edge. He can play outside linebacker. He can tutor a Derek Barnes. He can tutor these guys, and he is still a very cerebral player. He still has the ability to make plays on the ball, make plays off the edge, and we can get him because he's out there, and teams aren't going after him for some reason. So I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if Anthony Barr has. I was just going to ask you that. I think some locker room troubles or something. Some injury issues, I think, is what it is. I'm looking like at his stats, and obviously all these guys are on the decline. It's kind of like why they're available. Why they're still available. Yeah. I don't know that he's that guy anymore, to be honest with you. I don't think he's that guy. He's like more of a name now than. I don't think he's going to come in and be a stud. But I think he's going to come in and be a starting linebacker on this team because we have a weak linebacker core. I think he's going to come in and help players like I said, like Derek Barnes, like a Malcolm Rodriguez, like another player, to show them how to be professionals, to show them how to be NFL linebackers, where they need to be, what they need to do. I think it would only be good to add a player like that to this roster. Yeah, I think in terms of, I guess, like cerebralness and like understanding of the defense and like the roles in them as linebackers, I think we kind of have that in our guy Alex Anzalone. And I know he's not, he was never the caliber of linebacker that Anthony Barr once was. I also don't think that Anthony Barr is that caliber of linebacker if he's worth, healthy him. Oh yeah, hell yeah, all day. Yeah. Would you rather him or Suh? Right now? Yeah. Give you $6 million. Go out there and grab one of these guys. John Panisi just retired. Yeah, probably Suh. Just because I think he's got more in the tank than Anthony Barr does right now. But our linebacking core is so weak that we have a lot of defensive linemen. You ain't lying. It's weak as hell. The second guy on my list, linebacker, because you're right, it is a position of need for us. Not of need, but we just have nothing. There's nothing proven there. Quan Alexander, guy who excelled with Tampa at one point. Was he on the Super Bowl roster? I believe so, yes. Yeah, I'll go check my notes if I put it down or not. But I got you. Keep talking. Also, he played in that New Orleans-style defense that obviously Aaron Glenn comes from. That was his last team that he's with was New Orleans. He played with San Francisco. Obviously, we're not running that. We don't have any of the coaches from there. But, Quan Alexander has been a guy. I think he's very attainable right now in terms of price. He's always been uber athletic. I think that works out for you, especially in the modern era where you're defending the pass a lot more often than you aren't. He did not play on the Super Bowl roster. No, he did not. His last year with Tampa was 2018. And the thing, too, with him is I look at the way, again, shout out to my guy Brad Holmes and the Los Angeles Rams, but, they were built off guys like this, though. Yes. The same way we've seen it brought here with the Charles Harris signing. And then Deshaun Elliott hopefully pans out. But guys like that, guys that were once highly coveted or were starting somewhere or once formerly a first-round pick and kind of fell off, whether it's due to injury or scheme. And then, here comes the Rams. They pick them up, and they fit perfectly in the defense. Granted, there's a stud in that defense. His name's Aaron Donald. But these guys are still starting caliber NFL players. They just won the Super Bowl. They've always been contending. I think Quan Alexander could be that for the Detroit Lions. Quan Alexander is not bad. Like I said, our linebacking core is so weak. We need anybody we can get that can go out there and can produce. And Quan Alexander has produced. Thirsty. Like you said, I am thirsty. Like you said, he's familiar with Aaron Glenn. He knows that system. He knows the Saints defense. And so that will help him integrate into this Lions defense seemingly. Another linebacker that I had my eyes on that I put on this list is Dante Hightower. Now, Dante Hightower, he's coming out. He didn't play the COVID year. He took the COVID year out, opted out, sat out. He came back. He was a little rusty last year. He wasn't exactly what he used to be because we remember him from those Patriots Super Bowl runs. We remember him strip sacking Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl to spring that comeback, that insane comeback. We remember him being that elite middle linebacker in the New England defense. He was that guy. He was the signal caller. He was the playmaker. He was doing everything. Now, I don't think he is that really anymore, but he can build back to that. It's going to take some time. If you take an entire year off of anything you're doing, let alone a professional sport, it's going to take you some time to get back to what you were. And like I said, would you rather have Alex Anzalone or Dante Hightower playing middle linebacker?
For sure, Dante Hightower. The only thing that makes me worried about that is like our experience with signing like former Patriots players.
Yeah.
And kind of around the league too. Like, I mean, you look at the example with the guy we originally drafted. I can't think of his name right now. Light-skinned dude, Van Noy.
Kyle Van Noy.
Van Noy had him. He wasn't nothing with us. Went to the Patriots, was successful.
Well,
they jumped to the Dolphins. We then went back to the Patriots and looked good again.
I don't hold anything that any player did under Matt Patricia defense accountable at all.
Well,
because he didn't know how to use any of his players.
But we had him before Patricia. We had him when we had
and
Ziggy
he played
and
well.
all them boys.
He played well.
He really just didn't, I don't know. He didn't really prove himself. You talking about in Detroit? He played well with New England.
Well, obviously he played well in New England and Miami.
Yeah. Point is, I look around the league. A lot of these New England guys have become free agents and go elsewhere. They never really seem to like be anything close to what they were in that New England system.
Stephon Gilmore, Malcolm Butler played very well in Tennessee. You've got other players. It's not just only New England only is good players.
Who was the other guy you said? Before
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore was a dog. Well, no, not even him actually, because you saw the Panthers grabbed him last year from the Patriots, and he didn't do much for them. They build their names off that Patriot system. I mean, Bill Belichick is the greatest of all time. He's the best head coach in national football history. It's not even debatable.
In 2016 in Detroit, his last season, he had.
You're talking about Van Noy, right?
Yeah, he played 7 games. He had 23 tackles, 21 solo tackles. 2 tackles for loss. In the season before that, he had 52 tackles, 32 solo tackles, 20 assists.
It's not.
It's solid, and especially for a guy that you didn't come in to be your stud. Nobody expected him to be very great coming off.
He was a second-round pick. Second-round picks, that's stud area. That's stud territory.
Is that so? That's what you expect from Josh Pascal?
Yeah. I do. I think like the prospect of Josh Pascal, I love him. I think the fact that he come back from the injury with cancer, fought back for that, mentally strong and everything else. But
takes a different kind of warrior to do that. That's for sure.
If you want to get physically strong and mentally strong, where do you go, Spinny?
If you want to get physically strong, if you want to make sure that you're never on the Woodward Heavyweights podcast, you can go to Planet Fitness.
Why you gotta throw us in the
right now for just $0 down and $10 a month? You can get your Planet Fitness membership no matter where you are. There's always a Planet Fitness nearby. You see a couple of them just driving down Woodward, so you can join in club or online at planetfitness.com. And it's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Adam Baydoun.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Our friends at Alta Equipment know that when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on time, schedule matters. Uptime matters. That's why Alta Equipment is partnered with the biggest names in construction. The most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. There's nothing your project can throw at you that Alta can't handle. Guys, I think Brad Holmes might be a part of Alta because he's killing it with this rebuild.
And builds it back. You know what I'm saying? Al Avila doesn't go to Alta Engineering because he doesn't know how to rebuild a damn thing.
1,000%. If you guys need Alta for your project, make sure you give them a call. It's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Call them today. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters. What up, though, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the show. If you guys listen, please do me a big favor. Hit that like button. And if you really rock with us, if you really love us, be a friend, tell a friend.
Be a friend, tell a friend. Subscribe.
We're
so close. Make a fake account for your
gross.
mom. Make a fake account for your grandma. Come in there and subscribe to the Heavyweights.
Seriously, man.
Push us over that edge.
And if your mom's already subscribed, don't be asking questions, all right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might be your stepdad soon.
He might.
Brush your, matter of fact, change your sheets. Anyway, back to the show. Second on my list was Quan Alexander. Here's with Dante Hightower. If you guys just joined the show, we're talking about realistic free agents. You know, we'd like the Detroit Lions to acquire, like that we would want. Going with the retirement of John Penny. Obviously, there's a new roster spot available. We ended the list off. I started with Dominican Sue. You, Anthony Barr, followed. I went back Quan Alexander. You went Dante Hightower. Let me go to another Super Bowl champion, experienced guy. Jason Pierre-Paul.
Mr. Two Finger himself.
Yeah. Two Finger. Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul. And I don't know if he's got the juice like that anymore. I know last year he had a good season. Not last year, but the year before that. I didn't pick no booger, Aaron.
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
I just seen that.
Is there a booger on my turn?
Any bats in the cage? Chill. We want him to subscribe, not to throw up.
Oh. Subscribe and no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, back to the list. I had Jason Pierre-Paul, and a lot of it comes down to that, you know, the veteran pedigree. We have a roster full of young guys.
Yes.
And we said it with the Pistons last year. And just in general, I think in the NFL, guys need to learn how to recover, how to, you know, come back in adversity. Like, I don't just have guys that come up to you and be like, yeah, I remember when we were on Tampa Bay, you know, fighting for a Super Bowl. We were down in the fourth quarter, and we did this. We can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of dude. And Jason Pierre-Paul is that type of guy.
Definitely. Don't give him any firecrackers, though. But I like JPP. Obviously, he was.
Get down with JPP.
Yeah, you know me. You know, he was a freak for the Giants. We know what he did with the Giants. He was a monster in there. He came to Tampa Bay.
You seen a freak because he has two fingers on his
That was
hand,
before,
bro?
all
Bro,
right.
that's
That was before he was a literal freak. And then he comes back to Tampa Bay as a super freak because he blew his hand up. And he's still producing, which is wild. Everybody was like, oh, I don't know. You know, he's a defensive end. He's only got two fingers now. He might not be able to get that grip. He was still dogging dudes out there.
Yeah.
He was still playing like he's got a full hand. And I was very happy for him because he's a nice guy. I like him. He seems like a good guy. I watch his interviews. You know, I haven't heard anything bad about him from his teammates or anything like that. So you like to hear that out of a guy who obviously he knows he messed up. You never try to blow your hand off, especially when you're an NFL player.
Yeah, no, that was not on purpose.
It was obviously not on purpose. And so he knows that he saw that. He probably, I guarantee he had an existential moment where he was like, wow, I might have just ruined my career. Yeah. And that gave him the drive to come back and turn into a Super Bowl champion. So would I be mad? No. We're seeing it a lot, though. A lot of people, in the YouTube chat, there's people, how many defensive linemen do we need? How many guys? You can never have enough pass rush.
1,000%.
No matter what. And especially to Easy's point, you get a guy that's done it before. You get a guy that's won a Super Bowl, that's played with, you know, Justin Tuck, that's played with these other people. Justin Tuck, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but he should be. He's probably pretty close. He should be up there.
He should have a Super Bowl MVP
we could have
Eli Manning.
Yeah,
that's for damn sure.
we could have Maz in here talking about Justin Tuck for an hour if we really wanted to, but
we'd have to clean up the chairs and seats.
We'd have to put down some puppy mats. But it's I like it. I like it.
Socks in this
another guy I have on my list that I think the Lions could go after, or a potential free agent I wouldn't mind seeing here, is Landon Collins. And it's the same reason as honestly most of these guys that we have on the list. They're veteran guys. They've done it before. They've performed at a high level. Now, yes, Landon Collins fell off hard, but he showed last year he still got it. He showed flashes last year. He showed that he can still be a dynamic player. Maybe not a game-changing safety like he once was in New York, but he can still make plays. He can still be an impact player for your defense. And if you bring a guy like that that's been there, that knows what he's doing, and you put him around these young guys, you put him in that young secondary, you show him how to lead, that's important. It's really important, especially in the NFL, where things change so fast, where the amount of athleticism you're going up against is unlike anything you've ever experienced in your life. And when you have a guy like Landon Collins to come in the secondary especially, and calm these guys down, show them how to adapt to different players, I think it would be important.
100%. And then I just want to touch on something real quick, too. And shout out to our guys in chat commenting. Was it Epic, I believe, said how many D linemen you think we need?
Yeah.
I mean, we have question marks in here. I know, Aiden Hutchinson was a number 2 overall pick, and we like him out. He's a Michigan guy and high upside, but like, we don't know what he's going to be for sure.
I mean,
We don't.
Aiden Hutchinson's going to be a good player. I know that.
I mean, hey, you know, Chris Long was taking at number 2.
Yeah. Aiden Hutchinson's going to be better than Chris Long. I'll tell you that right now.
I hope so. I sure hope so. But, I mean, and obviously we had the injury stuff last year. And like, tell me this. Riddle me this. Just for the defensive lineman.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Riddle me this, Batman. Tell me JPP's not beating out Eric Banks.
For sure.
Tell me JPP's not beating out John Kaminsky.
For sure.
Jason Cornell.
For sure.
Bruce Hector.
Yes.
Like who
like
the
you
F
said,
is that guy in Conor McGregor's voice?
On top of the on the field stuff, he brings a different mindset. He brings that winner mentality that I've been there, I've done it. Here's how you can get there, how you can do it.
Exactly.
And with such a young roster in a rebuilding stage, I think that's an underrated aspect of bringing in one of these guys.
Yeah, truthfully, outside of Charles Harris, which we think could be promising.
Yes.
Aiden Hutchinson, which obviously we're hoping to be good. Aquara is coming back from injury, an Achilles injury that takes away from your explosiveness. And outside of that, like who else do we have rushing on the edge?
Pascal injury again.
Mm-hmm.
We have another Aquara who
we play. Yeah, but
these guys, both of the Aquaras, I don't see them being these game-changing guys. Now, I don't see JPP being that either at the stage of his career.
But you know, he was at one point.
He was
sure,
at one point.
You know?
And I hate to keep going right to this and to keep beating a dead horse, as some people say, but it's the experience, man. It's you can mentor these kids. You can show Hutchinson what he needs to do to beat NFL tackles because he's done it on an astronomically well level. He's done it at such high level consistently through his career.
Super Bowl champion on 2 separate teams.
Yes,
2 separate defenses.
2 separate teams, 2 defenses with Eli Manning.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's just the reason for it. I'm not. They could beat these guys out. I'm not sure with like Onwuzurike and all them.
What do you think about Landon Collins though?
Landon Collins, I don't like it. To be honest with you, I didn't want. That's why I went back to that. I don't want to tell you that.
I don't care.
No, I'm playing. I don't think Landon Collins is like. I don't think he ever like turned out to be like what he was supposed to be, at least at a consistent level. I think he's always been like a thumper more than like a cover guy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's older. He's not as spry as he used to be, so I think he's a lot slower than he used to be. Plus, like, at the safety position, obviously they're flirting around with our guy. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, the corner, 4th-round pick last year. Crazy name. Melifonwu. He may be flirting with that safety position. Also, too, like, this is like a pipe dream. And let me, like, say this first. Like, he's, like, one of my favorite players, Richard Sherman. If you convert him to like a safety, oh man, he'd be a dog.
With Landon Collins, he had one bad year, really. He had 1 year, and that was his first year in Washington where he didn't play well, and that is because he only played 7 games. Last year in Washington, like you said, he's older, so he's getting old. These stats are going to fall off.
Yeah.
But he had 2 picks. He had a forced fumble. He had 81 tackles. He had 51 solo tackles. He had 7 tackles for loss. And obviously, we know what he did for the Giants. He had 111 tackles one season, 125 tackles one season, 104, 96, 117. Just a ridiculous amount of tackles. He's got 10 sacks in his career. He's got 11 interceptions in his career. He's got a touchdown. It's
career, but I'm talking like as of late type stuff.
As of late, last year, like I said, he had
81 tackles. Yeah.
He had 81 tackles. He had 2 picks. He had 51 solo tackles in 13 games.
Yeah.
So you add another 3 games onto that.
And his role that he'd be playing here is we have Tracy Walker, who like right now at the time being he's performing better than Landon Collins. I'm not opposed to it for the right price.
But I also think Tracy Walker
not?
can play center field too.
Yeah.
I know he likes to play in the box and he plays that well, but he also plays well in center field. He plays well covering guys. And you brought in Deshaun Elliott
playing that box
to be that
guys.
thumper. You brought in Deshaun Elliott to be that guy that's going to be the thumper. And he's hurt too.
Yeah.
So if you can get a Landon Collins for the cheap and have him and Deshaun Elliott run part-time duties.
Yeah, you know what? I like it. I like that better than Dante Hightower. I'll give you that. But I mean, I don't know. Where do you rank that safety room? Or I guess not safety. I don't want to call it safety room. I just
defensive back room.
Yeah.
Well, we've got our. You're just trying to kill our next segments, huh?
No, this is a show, man. We're free flowing.
So
this is what all OGs advise us to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we got 3 minutes left, and you want to get in that segment though?
I mean, we could start it
into the rankings.
There's a little tease, and that way it's not finished, so people have to come back to listen to the rest of it.
So, defensive backs in our rankings, I have them 3rd from last.
And real quick, too, like to introduce the subject, we did a topic ranking the position groups for the Detroit Lions heading into the 2022 season. And, yeah, because I'm thinking Landon Collins, but I'm, like, not in love with it. But it does make sense because, like, you know, obviously we don't have it ranked too high. Actually, yeah, where's your DBs on yours?
DBs, I have them third from last. I have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mine's second from
Number
last.
5.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to put Landon Collins in there. Is there any character issues with him, you think, or like?
No, I mean,
no.
I don't know. I don't know the guy personally. I haven't heard anything crazy about him.
Yeah.
So I think, like Aaron Tackett says in the YouTube chat, veteran presence is better than having people who you can't fully rely on. And know the veteran is reliable every time, if you know what I'm saying. And so, yeah, you know that if he's healthy, if he's out there, you know he's going to do his job. He's going to do it well because he's done it before.
Yeah, so right now we have Will Harris, which I hate that he's still on the – I don't like that guy at all.
Will Harris is going to cornerback, though, right?
Yeah, but they guys have been playing both in camp. Deshaun Elliott, obviously. Juju Hughes, which I'm not familiar with. We just drafted Kirby Joseph.
I like Kirby Joseph.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much PT away from him.
He
was making plays.
He's not really a thumper, though, like Landon Collins. So
you put it on you a little bit.
Yeah, but he's more known for his ball skills.
Yeah, but we have thumpers, though. I'm saying, like, that's like Landon Collins' role.
Deshaun Elliott.
We got that.
That's why we signed Deshaun Elliott.
Deshaun Elliott, Tracy Walker, obviously we know is a thumper from last year's performance. And, yeah, and Kirby's no slouch either. He's 6'1". I mean, look, I'm not opposed to it. I think I think he would covet more money because he is a little bit younger than a lot of the other guys. And I don't know that he'd be worth it as well. But, I'm not mad at it, man. I ain't tripping at all. But
what would you do if Will Harris was still starting? What would you have to do?
He's not starting. He's just not. There's no way.
What would you have to do to go to sleep at night?
To go to sleep at night? I'd probably have to. I don't want to say it like this, but I would probably have to drink myself to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair. And what would you do it with?
Myself to sleep, and I'd probably do it with the mulligan. That's right. That's a new one you haven't heard in a minute. The mulligan. It's made with Gypsy vodka. Your official summer drink is here. The mulligan, made with Gypsy vodka. When you're out in the golf course or hanging out in the backyard, the mulligan's calling your name. And if you're watching Will Harris trying to cover as a safety and just utterly destroy that assignment, I don't even talk about it. Grab your mulligan, but drink responsibly. Don't forget that part. And don't forget, Total Wine's carrying them out too. The mulligan.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What's going on, everybody? I know you've heard this one before. It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard about it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple ways you can play. They've got $12 open, unlimited play. You can stay there day until night, open until close, have a good time. They've also got private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You can bring in any type of food you want. They don't care. You get thirsty? They've got a $2 mystery beer vending machine. You pop in $2, pops you out a good beer. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down, check them out in Hamtramck at the Foaling Warehouse, or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweight's first live studio show in the Planet Fitness Studios.
Planet Fitness Studios, not better rate no more.
Nope, we upgraded.
It's weird. I feel like we're gonna do that a couple times.
I mean,
catch ourselves going, better rate.
Well, it's crazy because this used to be sponsored. The studio used to be sponsored by somebody else beforehand.
Yeah.
And their name started with a My.
Yeah.
And every time I go to
My Planet Fitness Studios.
Yeah, exactly. I had to stop and ask myself My Planet.
We appreciate you guys for rocking with us though for a whole hour.
1,000%, man.
We got a whole nother hour. Great programming. coming for you. Big show, huge show lined up for you guys, as Neil Rule says.
Big show guy here, yeah.
And so we're gonna do a little audible on the prep sheet. We'll get back to our next topic that we have, but we're gonna give you what we teased earlier in the break, which is our position group rankings for the Lions. So I have a feeling ours, at least at the top, are going to be very similar. So why don't you start off? Give me your first 3.
From the top, make it drop.
From the top, make it drop.
Like
DJ,
that.
turn my speakers up.
Obviously, I think we're both probably on the same line. Number 1 for me is the offensive line. Like, without a doubt, no question. I'm not even going to, Same for you?
Yeah, obviously. Offensive line. Even the backups. We saw what the backups did when they came in. You got Dan Skipper, who is a beast of a man. This guy is gigantic. You've got, let me check real quick. I don't want to butcher their names. So we've got...
Good. I mean, I think this is like...
You got Matt Nelson. Evan Brown was one of the top-ranked centers in the league last year.
He's our backup.
And he's our backup. Our all-pro center was hurt for the most of the year. And so, obviously, everybody falls in love with Penei Sewell because he's a freak. He's getting in Aaron Donald's face. Like, you love to see that from your guy. Lit. We know what we have in Taylor Decker. Jonah Jackson made a Pro Bowl last year. And we bring back an all-pro, arguably the best center, if not the second best center in the NFL. So,
Aaron Tackett in the chat says we have top 3 O-line.
Top 3 O-line, for sure.
Top 3?
No doubt. Top 3 in the NFL, yes.
What are the other units? What would you say?
Probably Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland's up there.
Cleveland's up there.
Not anymore.
Green Bay's up there. The Colts are up there.
Yeah, I play Colts. And
we're definitely top 3. For sure. I wouldn't, with healthy if everybody's healthy, we probably have the best offensive line in the NFL. If Frank Ragnow's healthy, if Vaitai is healthy, if Jonah Jackson's playing at a Pro Bowl level, if Taylor Decker can stay healthy, and if Penei Sewell, who is a father now, comes back with dad strength, we will have the best offensive line in the NFL if all these guys stay healthy.
Oh, that's right. He is about to pop out.
Yeah.
Well, not him, but
no, he's not popping it out.
His partner. Yeah, I'm looking at rankings right now. This is according to PFF. They have Philadelphia Eagles 1, Cleveland Browns 2.
Eagles, yeah.
Detroit Lions 3.
Detroit Lions 3.
Wow. I mean, it wasn't a tough sell. You had me. John Jackson made the Pro Bowl last year. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I'd say the top 3. I wouldn't argue that. Number 2 unit for me. It is a bit unproven. But personally, I'd have to say the wide receiver room. I think the amount of talent we brought in terms of like potential. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't know if you want to call him potential talent anymore. I think he kind of proved he belongs to this league last year. So the only thing deterring him would probably be health. I think Josh Reynolds showcased himself last year on a bad unit and a bad offense completely altogether with the injuries on the offensive line, with Jared Goff playing subpar. Obviously, DJ Chark coming in, former Pro Bowl player, a 6'4" guy who's probably the second fastest in the room. Third. Straight line speed, probably third or fourth fastest in the room. But DJ Chark, I think that's an excellent red zone weapon. You know what? Do you count TJ Hawkinson as part of that?
You can count it. He's a pass catcher.
Yeah.
You can count him as part of that.
And then
he's more of the wide receiver room than he is the offensive line,
Yeah. And I didn't even mention Jameson Williams yet.
Yeah.
The guy that everyone's excited about.
It's impressive. It's definitely impressive.
Quintez Cephas too,
and your boy.
Yeah, I don't want people like disrespect. He made another one-handed catch last week in practice.
I like Quintez Cephas, and I'm with you again. I've got wide receiver room at number 2. All the points you're saying, it's tough to put it there because, like you said, it's not really proven yet. We don't know how these pieces will mesh, but on paper, imagine telling us last year that this is the second strongest group on our team, that the wide receiver room is the second strong. Last year, it was the worst. We didn't know what Amon-Ra was. We had Rashad Bateman. We had Tyrell Williams, who didn't play a game. Khalif Raymond was our leading receiver for the first 5 weeks of the season. Now, no disrespect to Khalif Raymond. I think he's good in his role. But like you said, you add a Pro Bowler in DJ Chark. You draft this top-tier talent in Jameson Williams. You have this guy, Josh Reynolds, who we saw what he did last year when he came in and he helped Jared Goff because they've got that weird, bond together. So, and then Amon-Ra is only going to...
Eskimo brothers or something, dude? What are you trying to say over there?
Amon-Ra is only going to improve from what he was last year, and we saw what he did last year when he was finally getting looks. And yeah, you can throw TJ Hawkinson in there. And if TJ Hawkinson is healthy, he is a top 7 tight end in the NFL. Might even say 6.
Yeah, he's top 10. He's top 10. Yeah,
top 10 for
that's
sure.
Good enough for me.
Top 10
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna like ride the hype train on this too much, but Trinity Benson, they did say he looked good, but this is like mini
Trinity
camp.
Benson, yeah, everybody's saying he's looking good in camp. He said himself, he knows the playbook now, he knows the routes, he knows the offense, so he can go out there and just be him. He can go out there and he can make plays. So it's definitely important when you get that comfortability in an offense. You get a comfortability with your coordinators and with your quarterback. But I did see Jared Goff snuffed him on the invite.
To what?
You know, when they were all working out, we know the famous pictures of Jared Goff. I don't know if they were in Cali or where they were working out with DJ Chark and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
And Josh Reynolds.
Well, maybe he got the invite.
I think he
didn't make it out there.
I think he was just jokingly saying like, "Oh, he didn't shoot me the text."
Oh,
you know? Goff didn't invite.
Benson said that.
Yeah, Trinity Benson.
Dude, we didn't even know you were on the team last year, fam. Like you did, not team.
He barely.
And you
played.
had opportunities
he
too.
He barely played last year.
Not a team.
He's gonna have to get some kind of run this year because of they gave up draft picks for him.
This kind of mixes into like another topic we had. You think he makes the team, Benson?
I think he'll make the team. Yes, it's because even if you don't make the team as a receiver, you'll still have a spot on special teams.
Yeah, it's just like we got a couple of them boys. I think we got 11 guys right now in competition, and I'm only bringing this up because we kind of did our homework on it anyway. But like, I don't know that he makes it because I don't know. He obviously didn't fulfill anything for me as a wide receiver. You know, catching the ball in the actual offense. I know they gave him a couple of tries on kick returns, and he didn't do much. And that's actually what I think one of the reasons Brad Holmes liked him in Denver was for his special team work. But Khalif Raymond seems to be a dog, and I don't know if this is like some Homer hype, but Khalil Pimpleton, CMU guy, everyone's in love with him.
Everybody shout him out. I know he's a burner. And it's definitely some Homer hype. We haven't seen him perform against this type of talent. Obviously, we haven't seen any of the rookies perform against this type of talent. But when you have someone going up against SEC teams or even Power 5 teams compared to Central Michigan, you get a little bit better of a feel. I mean, I think they'll give him a shot. I can see him making the team. If he continues to impress at practice and in mini camp, you can't keep him off. But I didn't even talk about Quintez Cephas, and that's
he's a dog too.
Another guy. I've told you this before. I've told other people. He reminds me of Anquan Bolden.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Come on, man. I just bought some waterproof sheets yesterday, so it shouldn't be an issue anymore, man. No, but he reminds me of an Anquan Bolden type guy. He's a good possession receiver. He's going to go up there. He's going to make contested catches in traffic. Now, he's not going to be making these deep shots down the field all the time or making crazy moves. But if you need a 7-yard gain, you need a 5-yard gain, that's your guy. So.
And like, dude was making highlight plays.
He was.
Before the injury. He had one in the Green Bay. He's been having them in practice. He actually had one with Stafford, even when Stafford was here. The health has been an issue. But yeah, and they carried 6 guys into the season last year. So I did 6 guys I think are going to make the team for sure. I had Quintez Cephas. I think he's going to make the team. Neil disrespects him all the time. I don't know why. Like, you saw him produce when healthy.
Yeah.
DJ Chark, obviously, he's a big price guy, big name. I don't know, he's a big name guy, but one of the
he's the bigger name in our
probably the biggest name in the locker room.
Biggest name in the locker room for sure.
Yeah, that's actually played. I'd probably say Jameis is going up there because the fantasy gurus love him. But shout out Abe and shout out my guy Big Belly Steve, man. I don't know if you got some blood work done or surgery, but hope everything's all well, man.
Prayers up.
Yes, sir. Josh Reynolds making the team. St. Brown's making the team. Jameis is making the team. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6-1. Probably Khalif Raymond.
Like I said, I said this earlier in our pre-show. It comes down to Khalif Raymond versus Trinity Benson on who's going to get that last receiver spot. Because Khalil Pimpleton, I don't really think he's in that conversation just yet. And it's because Khalif Raymond's going to be your punt returner. He's going to be your guy. But I think Trinity Benson can fill that role as well if he makes the squad. But I looked at, where is it? I wrote his stats down here somewhere. Oh, last year Raymond had 48 receptions for 576 yards and 4 touchdowns. And that's a solid output for a guy that would be coming back as your 6th receiver. That's solid output. So I don't know. I could go either way. I think they'll both be on the roster. I also wrote down if J-Mo doesn't start the season off, that opens a spot for someone else to come in. So maybe you have both of them on there. You see who outperforms who in the first week or two until J-Mo gets back, and then you let it go there.
Yes, sir. And shout out to my Speakeasy OG, Devin99 in the chat. It says Khalif Raymond going to take that last spot. He's a returner and a good gadget play guy. And I think that's the reason he beats him out, too, is when I look at Trinity Benson, I think he's like a more of a long stride guy. And Jared Goff's not really one known to air it out. When he does, he's not as successful.
Fair, but we also don't really know what Trinity Benson is because we didn't see him play at all last year.
We did see him play. He didn't. He just did, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you even noticed him on the field.
He did nothing.
Yeah, we're a guy like
he's a healthy
Raymond,
scratch for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, and like to Jared Goff and like his play style, I'm saying he averages like I think 12 yards per pass. Like Khalif Raymond's a guy who's can make you miss to get that yak. You know what I'm saying? Rack it up. You know what I'm saying?
Rack it up. Yeah,
catch, you know what I'm saying? So.
I think it's going to be Khalif Raymond too. Obviously, I already gave you his stats on what he did last year. He's got a rapport with Goff, and he can be used differently in the offense. He can be used on some bubble screen action or some back end sweeps as well as returning punts and kicks. Do we really want Godwin Igwebuike to be our kick returner, or should we put Khalif Raymond, maybe Trinity Benson back there? So I think there's a place for both of these guys on the roster for sure, but as that sixth wide receiver, I do think it's going to be Khalif Raymond.
Say Trinity Benson's down bad. He's in his fields. He's having some mental issues after getting that cut over Khalif Raymond. Where would you recommend him to check out? Is it like a podcast, anything like that?
You know, if you're ever feeling that way, if you're ever not feeling too great, there's a fantastic new podcast here at the Woodward Sports Network. SMA, the sports marketing agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness for fentanyl and other addictions. So go check them out at thesportsma.com if you're struggling or know someone who is. Also check out their podcast, This is the F Word, on the Woodward Sports Network.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. We brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, hot cakes, and waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try our new strawberry bacon chicken wrap, crispy chicken wrap, nacho wrap, or strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget to grab dessert, including our berry delicious strawberry pie for only $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations.
Odds Trader.
Odds Trader! OddsTrader.com, the #1 site for all your game day bets. Begin your handicapping journey at OddsTrader.com. For play-by-play updates, live scores, and bet tracking, download OddsTrader from the App Store today. For the best price in every game and sign-up offers from multiple sports books, visit OddsTrader.com. Player statistics and key game stats are all available at OddsTrader.com. I'm trying to tell you, man. Use the bet tracker, keep track of all your bets, and betting activity at OddsTrader.com. It's just that simple, guys. Check it out.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, welcome back
to the Woodward Heavyweights first live Studio A show.
Popping that cherry.
We're getting it popping. And before we dive back into our ranking of the Detroit Lions position groups, we got a question in the chat from Aaron Tackett.
Question in the chat.
A question in the chat from Aaron Tackett.
Suffering
he says, Eazy and Spence, who are you guys excited or expected standouts from Hard Knocks? I kind of forgot about Hard Knocks. Like, the Lions are going to be on Hard Knocks. This is going to be awesome. We got Dan Campbell. Obviously, we get to see how much of a madman this dude really is in real life every day. We obviously know his shenanigans, you know, the double shot stuff, the biting the kneecaps, the wearing the helmets, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to see if he keeps that same energy every day. That's one of my standouts. Who you got? One? Who you got?
I mean that's an easy one. That's,
yeah.
You know, Dan Campbell all day. Like, dude is who he is. Like, you can tell. Like, there's certain people like him And that's why certain people like that are special, and that's why certain people like that become leaders. It's like they are who they are in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the same guy when he's out there speaking to the media as he is when he's speaking to the team, as he is when he's speaking to Sheila Ford Hamp, or Sheila Hamp, I should say. Yeah, he said it with a chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she dropped the Ford.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
You think that's some mind game stuff? Like,
she watched our pod, bro.
I'm Sheila Hamp.
Yeah.
Or I gave her a flower.
I'm Sheila Hamp. Visit oddstrader.com for your... No, but real talk. Standouts, man. I mean, obviously, I think our guy... What the hell's his name? The second string running back.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, dude, the Jameson adding to this team has messed up my entire world.
Yeah.
I can no longer say Jameis Winston. I can no longer say Jamal Williams. It's too many juzz.
Yeah.
But too much juzz, dude. Real talk. Jamal Williams, obviously, is a clown. I think he could be a standout, and Jeff Okudah for sure.
Jeff Okudah, yeah, that's a big one. Is they always find that tearjerker, that great story. You see it in Hard Knocks every year, and that's Jeff Okudah on this team. He's the can he come back? Can he be what he was drafted to be? He's coming off this big injury. We're gonna follow him around. We're gonna hear his story. I think Jeff Okudah is a good one. Another one I have is our boy that me and Eazy, the Woodward heavyweights, have the undoubtable credit for of starting the hype train on, and that's Malcolm Rodriguez. We were the first ones to break down his film after he got drafted. Boy's sitting at 10,000 views on YouTube right now, so we started that. All right, that's us. Shout out Emrod, that's my dog, and it's about all the things we talked about when we broke down his film, about him flying all over the field, him making these plays, coming up, playing hustle game. That's what they like. That stands out in practice. When you see this guy, he is going to be flying around the field. I love Malcolm Rodriguez. I don't think he's going to start week 1, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if he started at some point in this season.
Yeah.
And seeing that on Hard Knocks, seeing him go from, what was he, a 6th round pick or a 5th round pick, and to come in here and to fight for a starting spot at middle linebacker. I saw some video of him at practice the other day. Dude is cock diesel. He's ready to go.
He set the bench press record for linebacker position at the combine.
Kind of, the small arms helps a lot, but he's also...
You leave us small arm dudes alone.
It helps with bench pressing for sure. But he's cock diesel. He's ready to go, and I think he's going to stand out a lot on Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I can see Malcolm Rodriguez being one. He's like a Luke Kuechly type almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the strong jawline, the dimples in his smile, and he's like, yeah, I'm here to work hard and break records, and he's that type of dude. And speaking of him, shout out to him, and Verified, we did start the hype train because his family even reached out. And he actually may be one of the first guests in the World Heavyweight. I shouldn't tease that like that until it actually happens, but you may see Malcolm Rodriguez on the show soon. But yeah, I can see him being one. That's about it. There's a lot of guys, a lot of the injury guys. I think you could talk about Jameson Williams. He'll definitely be one.
Oh, for sure.
Just because of the hype train behind him and the fact that he's coming back from injury, that's going to be one. They're going to want to document that. And maybe the same with James Mitchell. I don't think so because he's not as big of a name. But yeah, Jeff Okudah, Jameson Williams, Jamal Williams, maybe even Jared Goff. Jared Goff has a little bit of redemption story too.
Michael Tskevich in the chat.
Is that Stash?
Also known as Mustache. Yeah, talking, no, get that guy out of here. He's the #1 Jeff Okudah hater. That's one of my best friends, but he hates Okudah more than anybody I've ever met. I'm not there yet. I still think he's got time to prove himself.
But look, it's kind of like the Jared Goff thing for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ultimately, we're fans of the team. I will never root against anybody on this team.
Yes.
Never. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, Stash. Get it right, son.
So you got anybody else? Anybody else you think's going to stand out?
No, I mean,
we're going to see a lot of David Blau love on.
No, oh my God, that was so annoying. We're not going to talk about this, as he talks about it for 15 minutes, and now this entire war,
it started a whole war over a tweet.
Keep it a buck. Like, they got probably the biggest Lions following at least in town. Like, come on, dog, you knew you were wrong. Anyway, sorry, my bad. No, yeah, probably stand out for Hard Knocks is probably what I say. Back to these rankings real quick, or you want to finish these rankings and jump into some basketball?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's finish up these rankings, take the break, and then transition over to basketball.
Was receiver room your number 2?
Receiver room was number 2. My number 3 is the running back room.
Okay, cool. Me too.
You look at this running back room. We saw it last year. From DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Netflix Craig Reynolds, Jamar Jefferson, and even Godwin Igwebuike. They came in there and they made plays, and yes, that is a big part because of the offensive line. And the running back can only be as good as its offensive line. But we've also got guys that make plays. DeAndre Swift is a great running back. We saw him show some serious explosion last year where he was taking receptions and runs the distance. He played great. Obviously, we know Jamal Williams was somewhat underwhelming last year. He didn't, but he did what he did. He's a banger. He's back there to make these runs up the middle, to bang off of the linebackers, to hit these guys, and to get a couple yards here and there. And then you have the Craig Reynolds of the world, who came off the bench, literally off of his couch. That's why they call him Netflix. And he came in there and he was making big chunk plays. So I think
that could be a guy too.
I was close, very close to putting the running back room as number 2 ahead of the wide receiver room.
Whoa.
But I think that the offensive line being so good is the factor that made me put him lower.
Yeah.
Because all credit is due to the running backs,
Yeah.
but the offensive line being so dominant definitely plays a factor in their success.
Yeah, for me, they just showed like they can do it. They didn't show like anything elite. Obviously, Swift's had some injury issues. I'm hearing he's looking Jack Diesel up at camp though, so hopefully that helps him with fighting through injuries. But yeah, they're number 3. I battled with having them below my next on my list. Number 4 for me, Detroit Lions position group rankings, the defensive line.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah, and they performed like okay last year. I mean, no, I can't even say that. Okay to the standards that those guys are.
To what we expected from
for
them.
no-name guys
Yes.
and injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But I think Aiden Hutchinson, hopefully he's a bright spot. I like Charles Harris a lot. Even from last year, I like Charles Harris. I'll never forget the performance he had against in that Arizona game, and he had bright spots before then too. I actually like Austin Bryant. They're going to sign Ndamukong Suh. I'm just going to beat that into existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be a training camp hard knock star right there. But, yeah, defensive line for me is my number 4.
Yeah, I'm with you. Got nothing else to add. Defensive line, it is what it is. They've gotten better, and we want to see those bigger guys, especially in the middle, make a step. After that, I got the defensive backs after the defensive line. I love Amani Omoruyi. That guy, he's fantastic. He's big. He's a big-bodied guy. He's got great ball skills. Obviously, we saw that from him last year, getting all those interceptions. Everybody knows the famous interception off Kyler Murray where he dove in front of the receiver and made a terrific play. That guy took that step. He took that step needed. If Jeff Okudah can come back, and I don't think Jeff Okudah is going to light the world on fire and be, an all-time defensive back, but I think he can come in and he can be serviceable. If he's not in there going up against the number 1 guy, because that's what Amani's going to be doing, if he's not up in there on an island, which is what Matt Patricia put him in, I think he can go out there, he can be a good player. And then the depth of the position it speaks itself into existence. We saw what they did last year when these guys stepped up, the AJ Parkers, the Jerry Jacobs, the different guys that came out of nowhere. And now we've got, obviously we can, in the defensive backfield, Tracy Walker.
Yeah.
We added Deshaun Elliott. We still have Mike Hughes. We have Melifonwu as the 3rd string over there. So we got a lot of depth in that backfield.
Yeah, I put this one because I don't think you thought of it because you asked me what I put on my sheet.
Yeah.
I actually had special teams.
Yeah, I didn't put special teams.
Yeah, I put special teams. Going by the numbers, they ranked like top 10 last year in the league. And
Jack Fox is a monster.
Jack Fox is a monster. You saw what he did as a quarterback at times for us.
Yeah.
I like Khalif Raymond a lot too as a returner, both at punt returning and kick returning. I think he could do a lot in small amounts of space. So for me, it was them, and then 6 was my DB spot. Who's your 6?
6th is linebackers.
Okay.
I got linebackers at 6. They brought back Jared Davis. Yeah. I love Derek Barnes. I almost wanted to buy a Derek Barnes jersey.
Yeah.
Because I love what he does. He's a heavy hitter. He's a guy that we saw the speed of him chasing down guys on the edge, chasing down guys that are trying to stretch the field. And it's really important to have a guy like that. Anzalone, you know what you're going to get from him. He's a solid pro. He's going to be in there. Nothing too special, but he's going to make plays when he's needed to. And like our boy, Malcolm Rodriguez, if he can come in there and make plays. But as of right now, the linebacking core is one of the weaker parts of this team.
1,000%. Yeah, they're last on my list too. They rounded out at number 7.
No, last on my list is quarterbacks.
Oh, I didn't count them though.
Yeah,
it's not really like a room. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a unit. It's like one
quarterbacks
guy.
are last on my list.
Yeah.
I just want, I had to throw it out there.
No, for
Keep
sure,
it on
for
brand,
sure.
baby.
Shout out the chat. Papa Rax, big Jared Davis guy.
Yeah. Because we talked about that. He thinks, obviously he was misused. Everybody was misused by Patricia. Guy's an idiot. That's why he's coaching offense now. He's a defensive guru who doesn't coach defense anymore. He's an idiot. Facts. And he ruined players' careers. Imagine if we still had Darius Slay. We still had Quandre Diggs.
I know.
And we add,
Don't bring him up.
We add an Omarion. It's like,
we get it.
I hate Matt Patricia with every fiber of my being.
Real quick, before we go to break, our last pod with Will, Detroit Tigers famous Will, Worldwide Will. You said that you could beat up Papa Rax in a fight. I just want to put that on there. Because I know Papa Rax listening right now.
Hey man, I stand by it.
Look at the camera. Tell your dad you'll beat him up.
I can do it. I'll take you down, Pops.
He's gonna start crying.
I'm gonna come back. He's gonna pop out a closet, elbow me when I get home.
He's gonna do some.
But like I said, he's getting up there. He's getting up there. I know his weak points. I can use that to my advantage.
That's true. That's fair.
Take him out for sure. And, I'm a black belt. He's not a black belt. Man was in the army though.
Papa Rax not a black belt?
No, he's the only. He didn't do karate.
Damn, he put you on blast.
Everybody else in my family is black belt.
Papa Rax, you gotta whoop his ass when he gets home. Just pop out the closet with the never mind, I'm not gonna go there. It's a little too graphic. Spencer, where do you get your haircut?
Well, I mean, Lady Jane's, obviously. As you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham. And I'll tell you what, our girl Alyssa's over there right now getting a great haircut. She's cutting up my man. He's looking fresh already. They've been trying to get me to sit in those chairs since the day I walked into this studio. But it's not going to happen. They'll never get me in there. This is for life, baby. But if I were to recommend a place, it would obviously be Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You walk in, they treat you like a king. They're open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. So get into Lady Jane's, walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the first ever live studio show for the Woodward Heavyweights. Guys, bring down the fourth wall for you guys real quick. This is kind of like a little tryout basis. We trying to step into the main channel, you know what I'm saying?
We're putting on. I think we're doing a good job.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I had one bad ad read.
Yeah, it is what it is.
For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to make that Neil
Chris
Rule
giving
money,
us
man.
a thumbs up over
Chris
there.
giving us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Chris
What do you
approved.
think, Mikey?
What do you think, Mikey?
Getting a thumbs up? All right. We got to be doing something right.
For sure. And hey, as we like, because that's another thing too, is like, obviously this is our first time in studio. Well, for our own show, doing a show from the live studio, Planet Fitness Studios. This is our TD, Michael Gentry. His first time producing a live show. Well, I guess he did some practice in other ones.
Throw the camera on yourself, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, put the camera on yourself, Mike.
Look at him. Look how cute he is. Look at that guy.
Can you throw the camera on Chris too?
Yeah, throw the camera on Chris
but
over there.
We want to give him some love.
Oh yeah, here
Jesus,
we go.
what is that? No, but shout out to these two guys, man.
These are the boys
Training
behind
some young
the
guns
scenes.
in the industry, and once they learn how to work their equipment better, they'll be able to turn on their mics and speak for
Did
themselves.
you see what my dad said in the chat?
No, what did Papa Rex say?
He said then he woke up and it was time to go to work.
You want to know why you were asleep?
Yeah.
Son.
He knows it's good.
Are you scared to go home? You're a little red now, man.
Nah, man. I
feel like your
remember,
vibes
bro.
changed a little
My
bit.
brother. So I'm the youngest.
Did you poop yourself?
I'm the youngest of 5. Yes. I got these white shorts on, but I'm the youngest of 5. I was getting my booty beat by my older brothers. They were just for no reason. They would just come up and just beat the crap out of me. But then once I hit a certain age and I got bigger than them, it stopped happening, you know, because they know I have the utmost certainty that I'll whoop all my brothers probably at the same time.
Who's the strongest out of you and your brothers? Like
Me.
Physically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick you too. I never met any of your brothers.
Well, my two older brothers are genius doctors, like literally the smartest people I've ever met in my entire life. My one brother, Cole, he was same size as me and then turned into a vegan, lost like 200 pounds. Dude's.
Yeah.
But
your doctor brothers might have access to like the most like elite steroids though. It might just look.
They'll get done up.
Can they hook me up some TRT when I turn 30?
I don't know what that is, but probably not.
Whatever Joe Rogan's on.
Oh yeah. No, let's change pace here. We talked a lot of Lions football. Now let's get into some Pistons basketball.
Some hoops.
Some Pistons basketball. So, David Aldridge reported that an Eastern Conference GM stated the Detroit Pistons love Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
They love Jaden Ivey. I know you are the biggest Jaden Ivey hater at the network.
I'm not a hater.
You literally said in one of our podcasts, I hate this kid.
Actually, because I edit the podcast, Spence, I listened back and I said, F Jaden Ivey.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't say I hate him.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how do you feel about that? A lot of people are saying they don't think he's going to be there. Jaden Ivey actually has the best odds to go number 4 overall. But if the Pistons drafted Jaden Ivey at 5 because of this report that they're in love with him, how would you feel as a Pistons fan?
There's a couple things with this article that I want to address, or that I just like sit back with my jars, cannabis, and philosophize on a little bit. But it's one, it being like from Eastern Conference GMs.
Yes.
I don't think Troy would tell guys lower than him who he's taking unless he's maybe just dangling out some trade bait. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing for sure. 2, I think it's like with Troy, we didn't know he was taking Cade for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
we did it though. People were like the Jalen Green talk was strong.
Yeah, I knew they were going
But
Cade.
but even Cade like didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He made him go through every like typical draft process.
I mean, Cade, he only worked out for the Pistons.
Yeah,
but that was because.
But that's on him though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, Troy does due diligence, and more than that, it's very quite obvious that like his people. Maybe the media hasn't made contact with him yet. Maybe there are new positions as Mikey and Chris are, but like we don't hear much peeps from the Pistons camp about what they're doing, what they got going on. It just doesn't happen often. So like I like David Aldridge simply from the fact that he's been around a long time.
Knows his stuff, man.
He's in 2K.
He's tied in. He is in 2K.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He always says, "My cousin LaMarcus Aldridge." He's like, "Just kidding, we're not cousins."
Yeah. Literally, that's his line in 2K.
Yeah.
Because they never changed it in 15 years. 2K, what's going on? Anyway,
I still buy it every year though.
Yeah, man. I don't know that I'm buying it. Another thing too is you look at the odds. Keegan Murray's up there too.
Yep.
Shout out to our guy who's been in the Woodward Sports Network with myself too, James Edwards III.
Yes.
He's obviously has a little bit of rumblings in his ear to the streets.
He knows his stuff too.
He says, Keegan might be the guy.
Might be the guy at 5. That's where it is. That's where the odds are. Keegan Murray is -125 to go number 5 to the Pistons. Now, that is the safest pick. That is, but with man, I just
Ivy the safest pick?
No, Keegan Murray is the safest
Keegan,
pick.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray is the safest pick there at 5. I do think Ivy's going to be gone at 4. I think he's gone. Me and Jeff have been running the Shaden Sharp bandwagon. We're both heavy in for Shaden Sharp, just upside alone. This guy has the upside to be something special. Our boy, Motor City Hoops, Bryce, man. He talked me into Ben Mathurin too, though. I like what I see out of Ben Mathurin. That guy, he's long. He's 6'6", 6'7". Dude can shoot from anywhere on the court. He makes tough shots too. That's what I like seeing out of college basketball players. It's not how you're shooting when you're open. It's how you can shoot when somebody's in your face. How you can shoot with people around you, because those are the shots you're going to be taking in the NBA if you want to be a legitimate option. And Ben Mathurin hits those shots. So he is plus 2,500 to go 5th overall, which is, I'd sprinkle a couple dollars on that. I'm not going to lie, but I want Shaden there. I do think it's going to be Keegan Murray. But it makes me mad. Like, do we need, if we keep Jeremy Grant, we draft Keegan Murray. We have Kelly Olynyk. We have Marvin Bagley.
Those are names to be like, we have
Marvin Bagley is one of those names.
Bagley was in his bag this year. No, pun was intended, but I don't know, dog. I mean, I like Keegan.
I mean, yeah.
Ben Math is probably my number one. The Ivy stuff, I just do I go into like the same stuff I've already explained a million times in terms of like the Ivy rumor or like to this or
it's I mean, go slander away. You know.
I did this on Woodward Pistons, excellent podcast. I'm sure everybody listening right now already knows they do their damn thing. And shout out to Sean from Half Court. Him and Jeff do their thing as well. I went at John as soon as I hopped in that stream last week after our Cars and Cigars event. You know, I was feeling a little toasty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was
too. I was trolling the chat hard.
Oh, yeah, you were. You were wild, bro. You got wild towards the end. But I was feeling a little toasty, so I was on the attack. And the points I wanted to bring up to the Jaden Ivey crowd. And on Twitter, they're all like 12 years old and they hate me. But I'm going to give you facts. Jaden Ivey and Chris, we talked about this in the back a little bit too. His mom, champion in basketball.
Yes.
Right? With the Detroit Shock.
Yes.
I think that's why some people love him a little bit because, you know, he's got
the Detroit roots.
Detroit ties, yeah, for sure. All right. Not only that, she's a head coach. Not some rinky-dink head coach, a little high school or junior high head coach. She coached in the NBA, the greatest basketball league in the world. And she coached John Morant. I'm saying similar game to him. She knows what she's talking about. Jaden Ivey, the tape's out, guys. This isn't like something I'm making up or pulling out of my behind. The kid doesn't go left. He rarely goes left. If your mom's a coach, and she's Notre Dame coach right now too, by the way, as we speak, head coach. Like if she hasn't taught him that, why is it, like I'm saying, there's 2 years in college.
There's got to be something there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be right there. He doesn't take it. On top of the shooting inconsistencies. Yes, I know that he shot, I think he ended this year, 36%?
37.
Yeah, 37?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like 36
I'm going to say 36. But just for my argument. But the second half of the year, you know what I'm saying, the last 18 games, he shot 26% from three. He's an inconsistent shooter. He stands 6'4". Look at the two teams in the finals this year. You have Klay Thompson at the shooting guard position. How tall is he? 6'7"?
Yep.
You have Jaylen Brown at the shooting guard position. How tall is he? 6'7"?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, basketball is a big man's game at the end of the day. And if you have a guy that's going to be 6'4", you need him to be a Kyrie Irving, an elite finisher, which he's not. Because I brought up the fact that he doesn't really finish to the left. Is it something he could build to and acquire? Sure, I hope so. But given the fact that his mom is an elite head coach, a basketball coach, and he hasn't done it yet, a little bit concerning for me.
And that's a big thing. Obviously, I've talked about this as well. The one thing that this Pistons team needs the most, outside of a paint presence and a rebounder, is three-point shooting. Like edge rushing in the NFL, no team can have enough three-point shooting, and we barely had any. We were bottom 5, I think bottom 3 in three-point shooting last year, and everybody talks about with Jaden Ivey is, oh, maybe he can adapt. His shot will get there eventually. Maybe he can work on it. That's not what I want to hear. I want them to draft a guy who can already come into the league and shoot 35%, who can already come into the league and shoot those high 30s to 40%. And that is a Ben Mathurin. That is a Keegan Murray. We've seen these guys that I don't want a question mark on if they might be able to develop a shot. I want a solidified person who can knock down three-point shots, because that's what we need badly. We need it badly. We have Sadiq Bey as our offensive three-point specialist. Cade Cunningham, obviously he's going to improve from last year because he started off so poorly. But outside of those guys, who do you got?
And two, like, I don't know if you mentioned this, but like you look at the teams, the bottom half of the three-point shooting in the league. They're all the teams with the number one, the three teams tied for the number one odds for the number one pick. OKC, us, and the Thunder. Like, that's, bottom of the league. Then you look at the teams at the top of the league in three-point shooting, all in the playoffs.
Rake said, damn, Eazy, I did not know all of that. That's solid research right there.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I hit Neil Rule with that, that 64%, same as Goffin too. But anyway, shout out to Steven B in the chat. It says Mathurin's his choice. Dog, he is my choice too, and I'm so confused why not more people are talking about him. I'm so confused by it.
He is like the prototypical NBA player that you want right now. He is the 3-and-D wing guy. He is the guy that will go out there, he will guard the best player on the other team, and he will be an insane shooter. That's what he does. He goes out there and he knocks down three-point shots. So it's very impressive to see a guy at that size with that type of body control be able to make those shots. So I'd love to see Mathurin on this team. I don't think it's going to happen, but we will be talking some trade scenarios very shortly where the Pistons might be able to go up there and steal a pick. They might be able to go up there and they might be able to take a pick from somebody. And if they can, and you can get two of these guys, and you get a Keegan Murray and a Benedict Mathurin, that's two 40% three-point shooters. That would be insane to add to this roster. So this team needs some energy. And Eazy, where could this team get that energy from?
Why? They can get it from their energy drink sponsor themselves, Centron. Proud partner with the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Red Wings down there at LCA. Make sure you guys check them out, man. The summer of Centron is here. And now the Centron's available at Kroger. Make sure you guys check them out because right now there's a deal. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. You can get 2 Centrons for $4 at a Kroger near you. That's 2 Centrons for $4. You guys hear us talk about it all the time. I'm not joking to you guys. I hang out with Braylon. You saw the commercial of him drinking the Centron. This dude actually drinks Centron. When you go to his house, he's got it stocked. Lock, stock, and loaded, ready to go. Centron. It's a new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Centron.
Centron.
We'll be right back.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Braylon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock. You know it. They basically, Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage turned an old parking lot into a massive outdoor playground right next to campus marshes. There's roller skating, basketball course, a mini golf course, food trucks, live music, performances, art installation. It's just a fun place. You want to have a good time, you want to bring your girl, you want to bring your family, you want to do whatever you want, or you just want to hang out before or after a Tigers game. Bedrock Detroit and the Monroe Street Midway are your place. And they've even got free Wi-Fi, so you can take your computer down there and get some work done. You only have to pay for roller skating and for food, but everything else is free. So go on downtown, check out the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweight's first ever studio live show from the Planet Fitness Studios.
And we already got a porn bot in the chat trying to leech off of our followers.
That means we're doing big teams, though.
That means
you know
they're seeing us out here,
I'll take it.
I'll check out those free
bots.
cams. Don't worry.
All the little freaky bots in the chat.
High Mills in my area. I'm ready for it.
Shout out to Benjamin Foe in the chat, man. OG rocking me since the Speakeasy days. I like it a lot, man. We were talking about our Detroit Pistons.
Yes.
The Jaden Ivey stuff. David Aldridge heard that the Detroit Pistons love Jaden Ivey, which I take that as, you know, Detroit Pistons telling teams that may want Jaden Ivey, we like him a lot, we might take him. So if you want him, offer me some.
Trade some around,
you know yeah.
If he's there at 5, we're going to take him.
Show
so if you
us
want him,
how much you like him. Show us.
Crypto dudes.
You feel me? Who is your power ranking right now, though, for the number 5 pick?
My power ranking right now, who I want with the number 5 pick, I got 5 listed out. 1 through 5, it goes Shaedon Sharpe 1, Benedict Mathurin 2, Jaden Ivey 3, Keegan Murray 4, and then AJ Griffin 5.
Yeah. See, for me, you guys know this right now if you guys have been watching the show. My list changed every day. Today I woke up, I saw a groundhog, and I saw the groundhog shadow. Therefore, Benedict Mathurin is my number 1 on my power rankings.
This is another day he wakes up. It's somebody different at the top of his power rankings.
1,000%.
Hey, bro, I feel you, though. These like, I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to my cousin. I saw him on the golf course, and we were talking about Detroit basketball, and he was like, man, I just hope they get a good player. I just hope we get a good player. And I was like, honestly, with these, you got 5 guys you can choose from. They're all going to be good players. All of these guys are going to be good players in the NBA. It's just about getting that fit right. And where me and Jeff Iafredi, our own Jeff Iafredi of Woodward Pistons, have been leaning, and you'll catch us on BDE tomorrow, we'll talk about that some more probably, is Shaedon Sharpe's upside is immense. And, you know, Papa Rax even said it in the chat. You want to shoot for the moon, you go for Shaden Sharp because that guy has the potential to be a stud. He's got the potential to be a freak of nature. And if you put him next to Cade Cunningham in that offense, could be amazing. So that he's number one in my power rankings for sure.
Yeah, for me right now, it's Benedict Mathurin. Number 2 for me is Keegan Murray. I think he's a sure thing. He can stretch the floor, obviously. He can play both the 3 and the 4. It's almost 40% he shot from 3-point range.
It's impressive.
As a 6'8" guy.
At Iowa, like it's in the Big Ten, it's nothing to sneeze at. That's a great conference. I watched a lot of Big Ten basketball, obviously being, MSU grad, MSU fan, and Iowa impressed me. They always do. Neil Rule hates on Iowa and Purdue because they do choke. I'll give Neil that. They always choke. But Keegan Murray is an impressive player. He's impressive to watch. Like I said, as soon as the draft order came out, I was looking at guys, who are going to be there. Yeah. I was looking at guys, loving them. But I was looking at these guys who would be around that 5th pick. And we've got, I watched some Keegan Murray highlights.
Beat your ass now for sure.
I watched some Keegan Murray highlights, and I was like, wow, this is impressive. I saw him shooting. He's got a crazy shooting touch. He can finish around the basket. I saw him taking the ball up the court in transition. He'll need to get better at that if he wants to do that on the NBA level because it's completely different to do that in the college game compared to the NBA. But then I watched Shaden Sharp highlights, and I was like, wow.
Stop talking about Shaden Sharp.
Like, this guy is a freak, man. So, we'll see.
Sharp is he's my 3rd. I've fallen off the bandwagon a bit just because of names that we've seen before. Our guy that was supposed to go to Michigan State, Imani Bates, number 1 prospect at one point before. Well, no, yeah, he was number 1 prospect. I think that's why Sharp reclassed. But he reclassed into his. But anyway, Imani Bates was supposed to be sweet. Jaden Hardy was supposed to be sweet. I'm saying the same – among the same breath of Shaden Sharp. And then we saw him play at the college level, and they didn't pan out. The other thing, too, is, I've always brought up the argument when I was, pro Shaden Sharp, I'd always say LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. But those guys, you heard the hype, you know what I'm saying, before then. Zion Williamson, you know what I'm saying? He would have been a guy straight out of high school. With Shaden Sharp, that just wasn't the case, you know what I'm saying? He was number 1, but we didn't know who the hell he was until, majority of, casual Pistons fans didn't know who the hell Shaden Sharp was until draft time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that same breath of, high school guy that you take immediately. But
to be fair, I don't care about that. I don't care about what the casual basketball fan knows or who they know about. I care about what Troy Weaver knows and hears about. I care about what these basketball minds know and hear about, and that's more important to me. And like I said, if he's not their guy, I'm rolling with Troy Weaver no matter what he does. If he picks Jaden Ivey, I'm there with you. If he picks Keegan Murray, I'm there with you. If he picks any of these guys, he knows a hell of a lot more than I do or ever will about basketball. So I trust him more than anything.
Yeah.
But it's hard to pass up on a guy with that kind of length, that kind of shot making skills, playing the 2 guard, like you said. The Jaylen Browns, the Klay Thompsons, these 6'7", 6'6" shooting guards. That's what Shaden Sharp is, and he's got a 40-inch vertical.
That's the thing too.
49-inch vertical.
Well, that's I did some digging on that one, and I actually remember reading it. It's more like myth than it is official. The 49-inch vertical was from his high school coach. So, we got to see that in action. But what I do like about Shaden Sharp is he does have these athletic abilities. He can create his own shot. If you do there's a whole 40-minute AAU tape on him. And he does create his own 3-point shot. I think that what you like about him, the sell on him is you can mold him into what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because he is so young. And obviously Dwayne Casey, if I let you and Sean sell me on the stuff you guys told me in Studio B, is Dwayne Casey can help him develop the stuff that we want to see. I mean, whether it be catch and shoot.
I just found a video of Shaden Sharp doing a 49-inch vertical.
Well, you didn't because you don't know if that's 49 inches.
It is. It's got the measuring stick right there.
This guy. Stop lying to yourself, Spence.
And I trust these NBA scouts to not just lie about it.
Well, it's not NBA scouts saying it. Well, that's what the NBA scouts are saying. It's mythical. It's from the coach's mouth. Nothing factual. I'm being honest with you.
I mean, all right, whatever. The video evidence of him doing it is not factual.
It's not video evidence though. If you listen to the scouting reports on Spencer, that doesn't make it 49 inches. When you look at how old is that video? Unless it came out today or yesterday, I'm not buying it.
May 1st.
Yeah, no. If you look in the actual scouting reports, that's what it's saying. The 49-inch thing is a myth as of now. He hasn't put it on wax.
Who told you it was a myth?
I mean, everybody. It's from his coach. It wasn't done at no like NBA combine or anything like that. It was like his coach was hyping him up. Like, yeah, this guy's got 49-inch vertical type deal. Real quick, Ivey's my 5. I actually have AJ Griffin over him at 4.
Over who? Jaden Ivey? Yeah, I know Jaden Ivey's your 5th.
I know. He's 6'7".
You hate
knocked down
Jaden
a 3
Ivey.
at a 40% clip in college. I think you do the same. And the length too, guys. Like Jalen Brown's not known for his defensive prowess, but you saw him in the finals come out, make a couple big blocks because he has the length to do it. Shaden Sharp is a guy who's going to have that length. AJ Griffin's a guy that have that length. And AJ Griffin's still a lot more of an athlete than people give him credit for. People forget that he was hurt coming out of college, so he was able to display like most of his explosiveness. And truthfully, he didn't always have to. The guy is so clean from the 3-point percentage. It's not even anything he had to showcase.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I see you shuffling papers. Is it time to go to a break?
Yeah, just about. And that's what I was gonna say. No matter who we draft,
damn, this flew by.
Who we draft at number 5, we're gonna need a guardian in the paint. And Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind, whether you're at home or down at LCA or on the road. 24/7 local call monitoring. Make sure what is important to you stays safe. Call 1-800-STAY OUT. Once again, that is 1-800-STAY OUT for peace of mind. And let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Guys. Don't let these cameras fool you. I am a white man. It's all thanks to Chili Peppers Tanning. Join the Chili Pepper Club today at Chili Peppers Tanning. You'll get all the best deals, and they'll beat any competitor by $5. Chili Peppers has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans. 26 locations and more on the way here in Michigan, guys. Check them out. It's Chili Peppers Tanning. All right. I love it. I love it because all the OGs reached out and they said, hey, you want the show to be welcome back, by the way, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for rocking with us. We're down to our last segment.
Yeah.
Flew by.
Hit that like button and subscribe, please. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I will do something crazy. I will auction off Maddie if we hit 1,000 subscribers tonight. All right? And y'all know, Maddie, I'm pointing to you. This is your line.
Oh.
Maddie what?
Thick.
Maddie thick. You know what I'm saying? So hit that 1,000 mark, guys.
Girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
That's him, okay? You know what I'm saying? HR, I just want you guys to know.
HR sits in that chair during my show.
Yeah, it's D-Mac.
D-Mac's HR. I know he's got my back, though.
She's a bobblehead. We're talking about NBA prospects before we left, but I wanted to ask you, because this name, I watched the tape a little bit this over the weekend. I got to do a bigger deep dive, I'm not going to lie, but Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis.
Why is no one talking about this kid?
Because he's not really great at any one thing.
He's got defense?
That's what it is. He's solid.
Yeah.
He's solid in different aspects. He can't really shoot as well as you'd like him to. He's not a great off-the-dribble guy. He's a solid prospect, but there are other players that have great qualities, like Ben Mathurin, great shooter, great defender. Keegan Murray, great shooter, great size. Jaden Ivey, great athleticism, great ball handler. Like it's not. Johnny Davis really doesn't have that wow factor. Now, don't tell that to Wisconsin people because they'll come after you, those cheeseheads. But I don't think Johnny Davis is not in that aspect. There's even guards that they put before Johnny Davis. I can't think of that guy's name. That's like 6'11", guard out of France or whatever, just some insane prospects. But Johnny Davis, he doesn't do it for me because he's not really dominant in one facet of his game.
Yeah, that always it bothered me because he plays the defense. He dropped 37 on your boy Jaden, not your boy. I apologize. I mean, what I'm saying, put him in your camp like that. But to you 12-year-olds, he dropped 37 on your boy Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying, he stands 6'5".
Yeah.
He has a twin brother, so you knew he grew up busting his ass. You know what I'm saying? According to you, you got brothers, you're fighting all the time, so that's very competitiveness. And you see it on the court when he plays too. But
yeah, for sure.
That's just one name because I know you watch a lot more Big Ten basketball than I don't really watch. I mean, I'm going to start now because obviously it's my job, my day-to-day job. But I pick big games to watch. You watch a lot more Big Ten. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, like I say, he just doesn't wow me. Johnny Davis isn't a wow guy. You look at his tape, you look at him in the games, you watch his game film, and it's he's solid. He has flashes, like you said, he went for 37 against Jaden Ivey. He does things like that, but it's not something he could keep up consistently.
1,000%. Brennan in the chat, Brennan P. Is that one of your boys or?
No, I don't think so.
All your friends have weird last names, so that's why I figured I'd ask.
That's fair.
But no one who has ever looked at Keegan Murray's shot chart has looked at it and called him a great shooter. I would argue that at 6'8", I mean, I think that's pretty good shooting for if you're looking at power forwards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. I don't think he's gonna play a 3 in the NBA. I think at a 4 position, you look at Jabari Smith actually would be a good example.
Mm-hmm.
People are calling him a great shooter, and his shot chart arguably uglier than Keegan Murray's. Actually, I think it is for sure. But anyway, we just want to talk some basketball. I like talking basketball. We actually killed a lot of time. It's such a hot topic too. But what are you looking up? His shot chart or percentages? Spinning?
No, I know his percentages.
I
was just looking at a scouting report.
You put something in here. Oh, you know what? Did you upload those pictures?
Yeah,
Michael. All right. I just want because I promised this to intern Owen that I'd put this in the show.
Okay.
All right. First of all, I do want to break the news. I want to congratulate all the Michigan Spartan fans. Actually,
yes.
you'd say what Mel Tucker did because you're Sparty.
It's Mel Tucker, man. He's making a trail. Now, these guys that he's signing, they're 2023 prospects, so we won't see them right away.
Mm-hmm.
But he's signing these 4-star prospects like it's his job. We got Chance Rucker, 4-star defensive back, 6'1", 185. We got Demetrius Bell, 4-star wide receiver, 4-star linebacker, and the 171st total recruit in the 2023 class Jordan Hall. And these are impressive players. These are guys that make a difference, and especially when you build with what you've got. I love Mel Tucker so much. At the end of D'Antonio's run, I was so over D'Antonio and his style of, we're going to take these 2-star, 3-star guys and build them up and be a champion. It doesn't work. He caught lightning in a bottle a couple times, but that's not what college football was. Especially now. Imagine if you had D'Antonio with the influence of the transfer portal and the NIL money. It's Mel Tucker was a godsend for Michigan State University. Love the guy.
Perfect timing too, Mikey.
Mikey, throw the zoomed out one up first.
Oh yeah.
It's in full screen graphics.
Yeah, because we put this picture of Mel Tucker, and I per my request, and because he is killing it. You know what I'm saying? He seems to recognize to the youth a little bit more. I was wondering why. I wanted to do some homework. Ask myself, why is Mel Tucker? Why is Mel Tucker, resonating with the youth so much? And I saw this picture, and it caught my eye. Mikey, go ahead, go to the zoomed in one. Mel Tucker may or may not have a pierced nipple.
Unconfirmed. But does Mel Tucker have pierced nipples? And no, we saw that like recruiting video he did where he had the Maybach truck and the G-Wagon sitting on this, dude, this guy is a boss.
He's hip, dude.
I love Mel Tucker. He posts this, he smokes fat cigars, he's the man, bro.
Yeah.
He's the man. And
100%.
He's great at his job. And he's 2-0 against Michigan. He's made it to where this team was supposed to be so garbage this year. This year, when we came out and we were undefeated for the first however many weeks of the season, this Michigan State team was projected to win 3 games. And you have Mel Tucker coming out here dominating teams. And you get a stud who should have been a Heisman finalist, still one of the biggest robberies that have happened in the past 10 years. Kenneth Walker was a freak. And now
so is Mel Tucker.
So
apparently.
is Mel Tucker apparently. And now you go out and Jesus, chill out, my boy Mel, man.
Hey, he's built different.
He's
You feel
built
me?
different. No, but I love Mel Tucker. He's only produced, great outcomes, and I'm really excited to see him once he gets an entire influx of his guys. That whole locker room is full of Mel Tucker guys that he scouted, that he I don't want to say traded for, but that transferred there, that he bought, that because that's what you do now. NIL, it's you shell out money. Shout out Matt Ishbia for making us a competitive school in the NIL market.
Ooh, 1,000 subs, Eazy gets his nipples pierced. At 10K, we could talk of something like that.
What about tassels?
At 1K, sure. We talk about some tassels. Guys, this has been our first live studio show in the Planet Fitness Studios for Woodward Sports. Everybody came through. I see we have 52 likes, man. So at least 50 of you guys came through. It means a lot. Again, we are auctioning off Maddie as soon as we hit that 1,000 mark.
As soon as we hit it.
Forget my
Feet
nipples.
pics for
I don't know
Maddie.
why that came in the conversation. We're giving.
Whoa!
What?
Don't go that far. Feet pics. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Mikey for making this stuff happen. We got the boys in here. Easy, man. We killed it.
I think
I loved
so too.
it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Catch us, check us out. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.